Okay, everyone, welcome. Today we are talking about favorite Adobe moments. We're having a big kind of Adobe dialogue today. We're going to rank our favorite Adobe moments. What do you think are the best? All the way from Photoshop to Premiere to, of course, After Effects. If you're using Premiere, you might have After Effects too. Adobe Illustrator. Adobe, there was Dreamweaver, all you Dreamweaver heads out there. Adobe Audition. You could kind of look at Adobe Encore. You know, all you physical media nuts out there. There's InDesign, Adobe InDesign, which is formatting books and print goods and things of that nature. You could look at, Adobe, the sky's the limit when it comes to Adobe. We want, one of our favorite software developers, and we just kind of want to give our favorite Adobe moments and what you think they mean to you, basically how they inspire you. What's the opposite of inspire? Outspire. That doesn't make any sense.
If you can inspire, you can outspire.
Yeah, exactly. To the spire. Anyway, favorite Adobe moments. I guess I can start and maybe you kind of think about yours.
Yeah.
But my favorite, and by the way, before we get ahead of ourselves, we're going to take calls on our Discord tonight.
Yeah.
So get the link ready, get the calls ready, get all warmed up, and get your mics ready because we are going to be taking calls through Discord to kind of hear from you and your feedback. But anyway, our favorite Adobe moments, one of mine for sure is definitely Premiere 6.5. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
I'm working my way down. That's probably my top of the list.
That was a good year. That was a good year for Premiere.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely the easiest to crack in terms of not having to pay for it. That was a very easy one to crack and put on your PC. And learned a lot. Definitely cut my teeth on that version of Premiere because that might have been one of the first ones that I thought, maybe I'm wrong on this, but used really distinct color-coded types of clips. And you could look at your timeline and discern what kind of clips they were just from the color coding. I don't really remember that being in earlier versions of Premiere, but I could be wrong on that. I might be thinking of, Vegas or something like that. But I really got to say that was kind of one of the best.
One of my favorite moments, it's kind of a sad one, but it's part of the Adobe history. So, I don't want to be picky with what I, talk about with the Adobe history. But when Macromedia got, just fucked, I don't know if I could say that on here, by Adobe and got bought out and, they obtained the rights to now it's Adobe Animate. So, that's pretty cool.
Wait, so what was it? What was it before? Macromedia Flash?
Yeah, Macromedia Flash.
Oh, got it.
And it was Flash for a while. It became like Flash 8.
Yeah.
But it was owned by Adobe. And, that's pretty cool.
What do you think is well, I'll just give you my 2 cents on this. If I think Flash and the name Flash were definitively damaged and this is going to sound goofy because nowadays we don't really have any kind of mogul in the industry that isn't just kind of like you laugh out, whatever. Yeah. But back in the day when Steve Jobs said something, it was like, it was like, you better listen, And I remember distinctly when he said, when people were like, why are Flash websites and stuff going to work on iPhone? Like, what's the deal with that? God. And he said, Flash is dead.
I forgot he said that.
When he said that, he said, that's it. That's my thought on that subject. Flash is dead. And I remember that it wasn't even people who liked Apple. It was just something that subconsciously got into people where it was just like, that's it. Well, yeah, you can't do Flash anymore because that's that, And it was like, what? I just felt like he said that and that was like end of the conversation. So I feel like the name even when people bring up Flash, it evokes those thoughts like, oh yeah, that's out of date. Huh? It's dead. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Flash is truthfully, I feel like Flash took like a life of its own because I know even in the Macromedia days, it was
Yeah.
for website animation.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I just lowered my fucking... God, I thought that was going to come out my ass. Sorry. Go ahead.
So it's always been cool to me that, this program that was meant to like animate something for a website was used to like make actually cartoons.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
Cartoons that, were on TV even. Yeah. So the fact that he said that was shitty. I personally feel like, because it's like, it's not, it's like if I said, music is dead. It's like, okay, what?
Well, I think he's looking at it down the tech.
Yeah.
In his eyes, it was like, yeah, we got HTML5, we got this, we got that. From a tech perspective, all more efficient, all better,
Yeah.
for our, the devices that we were developing and stuff like that. But, he ain't thinking about the cool cartoons and stuff. That guy, and be real, he was very easily lost in the sauce on that kind of thing.
Yeah. If he saw Metal Gear Awesome, he would have like changed his tune for sure.
He'd
been like, Flash is alive.
I've always thought that. 10 seconds of Metal Gear Awesome, and Steve Jobs would have... Well, first of all, he probably would have lived.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. And second, he would have taken that statement back.
Yeah.
And he could be stubborn about stuff. I mean, don't forget what happened with Antenna Gate on iPhone 4, when it was like, if you hold it like this with your hands on both sides, it kills the reception. And he just kept saying, don't hold it like that. Don't hold it like that. Don't hold it like that. And eventually it was just like, all right, the entire industry is throwing a fit about this. I'm going to give everyone a free bumper to put on their phone that it won't affect the whatever. And he was a stubborn baby the whole way about it, which I get. If you like work really hard on a thing, you put it out and everyone just keeps bitching about the same little thing, that does drive you crazy. But I mean, people hold things different, and one style of holding it was not working. It was making the phone not work. So, at some point you have to listen.
How'd that not come up in QA testing? Like, I feel like if you're testing a product, you'd hold it like a psycho. I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe everyone, just instinctively does that.
Yeah.
But it takes, if you hold it a little firmer, it doesn't, no one did it. I don't know.
He wanted everyone to hold it like L from Death Note.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he wanted. He was like, he thought that was a cool anime.
Or
was he dead before that came out, or did he die? Do you think
was Steve Jobs dead before Death Note? No, he made it, because he made it to iPhone 4, which was, I want to say like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Right? And Death Note was a few years. Did Steve Jobs die to see before Death Note? Did he live to see Death Note?
Death Note like 2006. Okay.
Yeah, so he was fine.
Yeah, he watched
I'm sure he saw it.
Yeah.
There was also, you could make the argument that Piccolo in the new Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, if you remember, I forgot. I just rewatched it when I was sick. I watched a whole bunch of shit.
Hell yeah.
And I watched that again because the 4K Blu-ray is out. And I forget that Piccolo has a phone, and it's what do you guys want?
You did hold it like a weirdo.
Okay, like to him he had no... I thought that was a really great touch, because he has no life of using human stuff.
Yeah.
So, with us, it's like the phone. Okay, well, what? It's the phone on the wall, and I do that, and then I get an iPhone, and I'm doing that. It's an extension of something I already knew. Whereas Piccolo, it's just a thing that is making noise to him. It's like, yeah, I'm here. Okay, put that away. I thought that was a nice... Anyway... So yeah, let's get to so my favorite Adobe moment, I'm gonna say Adobe Premiere 6.5. Yours was what, when they took in Flash?
Yeah.
And kind of made it their own. Some would argue that was a bad moment.
Yeah, I was saying it's a sad moment, but like,
Yeah, that's true. You did preface
we can't ignore these moments.
All right. Let's get into it, and the chat is asking about this too. Best Adobe export settings.
Okay.
I'm a fan of exporting. What I do more on a regular basis is H.264 4K MP4 container.
Yeah. And
usually with that, or I go just under 100 meg bit rate. For that, for 1080p files, I'll go anywhere 20 to 40 megs, but for a 4K file, I'm going around 100.
H.264 is definitely baller because it's like so easy to share and stuff, and it's like a more digestible file. but I get hyped. This isn't even a bit. I get hyped when someone asks me for ProRes. I'm like,
oh yeah,
yeah. I'm like, you're about to get some crisp bit rates.
Yeah. I love that you can have ProRes on the iPhone now and have an entire workflow be all ProRes.
Yeah.
And what's incredible too is people forget, like with we use PCs primarily here, and so we don't get the advantage of this. But what is cool about the new Adobe processors is that they literally have cores in them made to process ProRes.
That's cool.
Like okay, hardware, it just sends it to that. And so you can edit that with virtually no issue, no lag, no nothing in Premiere, and then export it that way too. You can have a completely lossless thing going from the phone to the computer to the I don't know. I just thought that was kind of amazing. So yeah, ProRes is good. I like that. Aside from that though, you know what? It has been a while though. I remember back in the day when we would do stuff for TV and things like that, or like they were going to run something on TV. It was like, can you export it ProRes?
Oh yeah.
And nowadays, I feel like there are a lot of people that are like, H.264 is fine. Just do that. They kind of don't care as much.
It depends on the person.
Yes,
because I think ProRes is still industry standard. I think. But I remember. I don't think I can say who I edited for. It's not exciting or anything. But they would ask for ProRes so they could send it to their colorist, and then they would.
Yes, that's the difference.
Yeah. This is live, by the way.
We did have to do that for when we did the segments for Not Okay, the Hulu movie. When we did the Todd Nairn segments, that they actually were like
they wanted it like raw, right?
Yeah, and we did not realize it was our camera can do that. The Canon that we normally use has a CFast slot. Lossless recording, all that stuff that we never use because it's just like, we're doing stuff for we're not doing a movie here. If we did, maybe we'd use that, but we're doing web video and stuff like that. So we typically just use it. It does H.264 shit in camera, and we use that just so we can keep shooting and not have to cut it and stuff like that. But they asked for RAW for that movie and did everything in ProRes and stuff like that later and things like that.
Can Premiere take raw files nowadays? Because when I was in film school, we'd always have to have someone ingest it and convert it for editing. But I was also shooting a lot on the red, so it was R3D files. Those are annoying as hell.
Yeah, I had to do something. I can't remember. I think maybe they can just take them.
Okay.
But there was something that I thought use this to just change the name on them or something like that. Yeah. .R3D support now.
Okay.
It seemed like pretty easy.
Dude, that was such a hassle in film school.
Yeah.
That and when I started film school, we were still using DV. So they had it was cool. All our editing suites had DV tape decks.
Yeah,
and you could capture from it.
I remember wanting one of those decks so bad.
Yeah.
Like we had them in college, and I'm like, we're always running our cameras ragged, capturing footage, doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get a deck. It just seemed like the easiest thing. Why were the decks more than the fucking cameras?
I don't know.
Like seriously, we bought a camera for $1,000. I think that's how much it was. I remember I had to pay that off back in the day, and that wasn't something we could easily afford at all. But then I'm looking at decks, and they're like $1,500, $1,800, $2,000. Like what? I never understood why that accessory was so expensive. Does anybody know? Anybody have any insight on that?
When I started film school, they had us shoot on film and then digital, but all the digital cameras they had were the DVX.
Yeah. Yep.
And
we shot version 2 onward with the DVX 100.
That camera was awesome.
That was one of my all-time favorite cameras ever.
It's fucking great.
That was ahead of its time. That was a revolution.
I want I know a DV camera stuff is in vogue right now, but I want that camera. I want the DVX to come back. I know people still use it for skate footy and stuff.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, because it's just it's fucking. Actually no, I feel like a lot of them switched to DSLR. This is strange, but over the pandemic, I feel like I found myself getting into weird subcultures I would never get into.
Oh yeah.
And I found myself just head first into skateboarding culture. I watched like so many Thrasher videos, and now I just like I'm obsessed with Thrasher and like skateboarding. I mean, I don't know the names of tricks, but I love watching like skate videos, and yeah, I think they're all on DSLR now. I think they're all.
I will say when it comes to camera revolutions,
Yeah,
the DVX 100 was the camera. That was a revolution. Like, yo, just shoot a movie with this thing.
it was like that in the fucking 5D where.
That was the next thing I was gonna say. So the DVX 100, yeah, James Rolfe had that too. If you were making any kind of independent shit, you that was your target. Get the DVX 100. It did 24 frames a second on a camera that wasn't $35,000. Basically, that's what was amazing about it. It was about 3K though when it came out, and that's a lot now.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That's a lot of money now. I mean, I guess relative to other cameras, maybe it's not, but that was the end all be all camera though. So it was, I mean, yeah, it was worth it. But I remember I bought, after we shot the thing at, what was it? After we shot version 2.
Okay.
We shot version 2 and I was so jealous of they shot that on a DVX 100. These guys from G4 that came to help us. And I was like, we've got to have episodes look like this from now on. Oh my God, this looks so good. And I wanted to pull together with everyone and get one of those cameras, but we were all fucking broke and working, at Chili's and stuff like that. I wasn't at that point. I had quit. So I had no expenses. I really was like, I was living at home, not spending any money, just what we got from Mega 64. And I would just hang on to that. And I had $3,000 and I was like, okay, I'm going to be broke after this, but I will be in heaven if I have this camera.
Dude,
and I was like, I was eating fucking peanut butter and jelly every day for like a year after that. But I lived at home. I had no bill. I think I had literally 0 bills. My car had been paid for. Everything had been paid off. And I was just like, okay, all the money I got from Mega 64 shit, I'm going to get a DVX 100. And I did it. And that was, it was just bliss having that camera. I woke up every day excited to like, let's film something else.
Oh yeah.
Let's take it. I'm going to take it with me on this trip and just film, I'm going to have the best looking family movies of anybody. You know what I mean? Like you go on a fucking family trip or even, I filmed a wedding for somebody. It was just an unbelievable thing. And then that was 2005 or so, at least that I got it. And then, yeah, I would say 5 years later was the next big one, 4 or 5 years later, the Canon 5D. Did you have one of those? Did you know people who had that or what?
For me, I see some comments online that like there's this narrative that I grew up rich.
Oh,
occasionally. I grew up very not rich. Like I was very like lower. I wouldn't even say middle class. I was kind of poor. So I grew up like occasionally I'd be able to convince like for like maybe a holiday, like if I would always just ask for money because my family was really weird about like getting camera stuff for some reason. So I saved up all my money and I bought like a handy cam, like like one of those, and that I filmed everything on that.
Okay.
And so that was a big proponent of me going to film school. Was like, oh, I know that they have all this equipment that I could use.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, put myself in debt so I could use all their equipment.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know much about cameras until I started film school, and then it's like, all right, they had the DVX.
Yeah.
And that changed my life because that camera was so easy. That fucking zoom was crazy.
Amazing. It was the perfect camera.
And then around that time, I didn't have a 5D, but Canon put out the T2i.
Yeah.
And that was like...
That was similar thing.
It was like cheaper, and everyone would be like, oh, it has like the same sensor as the 5D.
Yeah.
And it's like $300. And I was like, oh shit. And so that I saved up for. I had a T2i.
Yeah.
That camera I loved. But it's funny looking back at that footage, and I really don't like the rolling shutter, like underwater look. Like that, like there will be a point where people get really nostalgic for that look. and
it always happens.
I'm not.
I don't want to say what you were working on
fine.
the last couple of days, but Johnny was experimenting. I'll say Johnny was experimenting with some old cameras to get a certain look for something, and a super old camera. And isn't it funny? He's pointing it at lights and candles.
Yeah.
Like, and it can't handle it at all, and it looks like shit. And Johnny's going, "Isn't that awesome? How it would handle this?" And it's like, damn, we get nostalgic for the problems.
Oh yeah,
you know, like the errors and things like that.
Even just the excuse me, coughed right in the mic. Even just like the sound that is captured from the onboard mic is like super nostalgic now for me. And there's like a level of creepiness. Derek and I talked about this I think on an episode of Mega Strange where it's like, there's a whole generation that feels like Mario 64 is creepy. And he was like,
yeah,
I grew up with that shit. It's not creepy to me. He's like, I don't understand where this is coming from. And I was like, I get it. It's like, when you're looking at this stuff when it's older, it's like, because I remember seeing Mario 64 and like he looked round. And so like when you go back to it and he's all blocky, you're like, what? Oh, okay. Yeah. So like seeing that for the first time when you've seen other video games, it definitely comes off as creepy, like this weird, like the skybox looked terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking about this. I want to,
No. This is part of the same subject. Really.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's always going to be something inherently a little. Well, it's like you go into right now. If you walk into that room, there's a bunch of modern stuff in it. Mm-hmm. If you walk into a different room that has a bunch of old things, like old computers, a room full of 1970s computers that looks like it hasn't been touched, that's creepy.
Oh yeah.
There's always something creepy about something from a long time ago. You know that just goes for everything imaginable, and there could be nothing suspicious in the room at all, but it's all old 70s computers. You would be like, ew. Your first thought is, ooh, what? You know?
I think, you're hitting on something because I feel like that's what liminal spaces are in general. Like, even like the back rooms, like the vibe of the back rooms is the early 2000s. Am I crazy? Like that, like yellow light, like it's like filming on a DV camera in the early 2000s. You get that like yellow ass light and like the feeling of being stuck in a Sears.
Yeah. Speaking of Sears, that is the first place I played Mario 64.
Oh yeah.
I remember they had demo stations. And
I missed
was like,
that.
Yeah, and then we went to Sears and it was just sitting there. No one was in that department already. No, in 97. What was the year? Was that 97, 96 or 97? So. But whatever year it was, there was already no one going to the local Sears by us, and we went to go get pants for back to school. And we were walking around, and I'm like, oh, is that what I think it is? And it was Mario 64 just sitting there. And it was like I left the store. I was in heaven. I was playing that, and I'm just like, guys, this is the future. This is the future right here. Look, video games are 3D now. Yeah,
I miss when they used to just like have the game just fully playable. Because I remember I walked into a Target, and I think a dude was like beating Majora's Mask at the one. Like I remember seeing like Majora's, like the mask with like its long tentacle arms.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, did I dream that? Like, there's no way he beat it. And then, like, I watched a speedrun the other day, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, that's the final boss. He fucking beat Majora's Mask. How did you do that? Yeah. He must have been there for hours.
Man. It is, man. It's crazy to think about that. I remember playing, we were waiting at some video game store. I think it was in San Diego. It was Captron World of Nintendo.
Okay.
I think that was the name of the store.
That's a cool name for a store.
Yeah, that's where I got Zelda: Link to the Past. And yeah, they had the game. The Super Nintendo demo station. It was just the full games. And so some guy beat Super Mario. Oh, you could play Mario World. You could play this. You could play that. And it went over to Mario World and beat it in the store. And we were just like, we're watching credits. That's funny. Yeah, Walmart. Someone's bringing up Walmart. Walmart doesn't have demo stations anymore, huh? Does it?
I don't think Walmarts have much anymore. No, because we went for that stream. It was pretty grim.
I'm saying, I remember Walmart used to have the TVs way up there. You'd crane your neck, like, trying the game out. And I want to say Target doesn't either, but no, we went and played the new. That was actually crazy. They had Mario Wonder there before anybody else. You could play it in the store.
That was smart.
We did that.
That was smart. Target did that because I feel like no one else is doing that.
Yeah,
and I feel like a bunch of people went and played it.
Yeah.
We
were eating dinner across the parking lot, and we were like, "There's Target.
Yeah,
we got to go in."
Exactly.
And I bought shit.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Walmart doesn't have Apple Pay. That is
That's
so fucking
cracked
insane.
out. Don't they have their own like Walmart wallet, or is that no? That was Target for a while. Now they accept Apple Pay.
Target? Yeah.
Yeah, they had like Target wallet, and it's like,
And I
want
to say CVS fought that for a little bit. Every store fought it and gave up. Walmart is still no, we want you to get Walmart Pay. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's so dumb because whenever I use Apple Pay, in my head I'm like, that's not real money.
Yeah,
and I
buy more shit. That is not anywhere more, Johnny. I hate to sound like how I'm going to sound. There's like nothing like that more than the fucking stupid ass Disney parks. When I'm there, it's every single thing takes Apple Pay or, Samsung Pay, whatever NFC chip payment that you could do. But, I have Apple Pay on my watch. And Johnny, it's fucking bad. Because I go, oh, dude, churro, boop, thanks.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, shit, they have a statue of the bus from the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, here, boop, thanks. All right, like if I'm taking $200 out of my wallet, I see it, and I go,
and you think,
fuck, yeah, god damn it, yeah, okay. But when it's in the watch, it's not even taking my phone out. Should I do it? I'm seeing notifications. Your bank account is negative $8,000. Whatever. No, like at least your phone might stop you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The watch is the smallest thing on your person. You don't even think. You just go, oh, I want that statue. All right, thanks. It's so easy. Why would Walmart not want that? Why would they? Nope, I'm sorry. No.
They just want your data.
Can you go to sign up on Walmart.com for Walmart Pay? Fuck you. What are we doing?
This is reminding me of something I actually wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I keep getting served up videos of this like new device that has like, it's called like the rabbit or some shit. And it's this like smart.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, I don't know what it's actually called. The chat will probably know. And it's
we should have retitled this Tech Talk.
Tech Talk.
We're just talking technology. We should have called it the Technology Brothers.
We'll call it that
on YouTube.
We'll
do that. Okay.
And you could like talk to it, and it kind of interacted. Like you could like take a photo, be like, "How much is this?" And it'll like kind of whatever. And I was looking at the comments, and someone said, I really don't like this new wave of technology where it's all voice based. Like I'm talking to these devices.
Yeah.
And then someone said, get over it. That's the future. And I was like, do you feel like that? Because I feel like it's similar to like when video games kept trying to do motion controls and everyone was like, fuck you, I'm not doing the motion controls.
Yeah.
I feel like if we live in a world where I'm like on the fucking bus and I have to be like, play my Spotify, like no one's going to do that.
Yeah, there's always going to be moments that it did work cool and moments that it did not. I think that's cool. I think it's valuable for certain things. It being on the phone and I'm out in public, I don't really like to do that. Now, I'll say at home, like there's Siri on the Mac.
Yeah.
I was telling Sean, because he just got a MacBook, I think it's most useful there because when I want to open programs, I'm like, you could go into system settings, disk utility. Let's say I want to format something. File, system, disk utility, disk whatever. With Siri, I just go, boop, open disk utility.
Yeah.
And it's up.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So at home, I do that. And I leave reminders and I do whatever. But yeah, on a bus, I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, same.
You're on a date with a girl and you're going to go, oh, that's so funny. We should go do that. Rabbit AI, remind me. Let's pull up ticket.
It's
you just
so
don't.
lame.
It's just, what are we doing?
But like if sorry.
I think there's uses for that, but that's not the end all solution where in every situation that's going to work,
Yeah, like someone made a joke. They just said, if AI gets to the point where it's like conversational like that, like possibly, I can see like, like if I could whisper to an AI,
there'd be good uses for that.
Hey, can you open Spotify real quick? Like if I could do that and it understands me, like possibly.
I think that there's good uses for that.
Yeah,
but it's not the end all be all. Like that's where technology is going. I do think you'll have like simple, like I hate not to sound like this, whatever, but right now we have when there's restaurants we go to that robots bring us the drinks.
Oh yeah,
like we're laughing about that, but that's Star Wars.
Yeah,
robots brought us the drinks. So I don't think it's unreasonable that in the next decade they'll ask what you want. I mean,
I'm down.
Okay, yeah, well, this and this and this and this. Like robots will just take care of you at the table.
They'll get that shit wrong so bad for like years. It'll be like
sure
the way like Siri can't understand me. It'll be like fuck, this is awful.
I do, but you know what I mean. Like for things like that, it will be like okay, that replaced a person. Damn, you know. But then other things, it can't do that. You know, so I don't know. When it comes to talking about not to keep bringing this up every MLK week stream, but the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot that like voice is super, like that's the way to use it.
Yeah.
You know, because it has a visual keyboard. It has a thing where you can actually like in space, like there's the keyboard. But people who have used it, that's one of the most dissed parts of the product. People are like, that's dead on arrival. You don't want to be going, okay. Like, it's just not, you know, but then people said who have the headset on of just like, oh, but then I'm talking with Siri and I'm opening this movie. Yeah, pull up that. Yeah. Show, make the monitor bigger. Yeah, you know, voice control is good for that. But it makes sense because you're at home with the stupid headset on. Who cares what you're talking to? It's kind of in that context, it makes sense you would be like saying stuff like that. But, you know, on a bus, not doing that. On a plane, you're not doing that.
I'm sure you'll have the answer for this, but I wonder with the Vision Pro, like if the connectivity with the iPhone, where I could just be like, oh, send this to the thing, and
yes,
that I prefer that.
It sounds like, from what I understand, but again, I don't have it, but it sounds like any Apple device you look at, it pops to.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's
like I pick this up, okay, and I'm typing shit, and that's going to my device. I do know for a fact. I don't know with the iPhone, but. Well, no, I think that's it. I think that will work that way because they've already shown that with like the Mac. Like they showed a demo of it. He looks at the Mac and it pops up. The Mac monitor becomes IMAX. Ooh. It's that big. And then they're working on that and it's interacting with what they're seeing. And I know you could also just buy, like right now I could buy the Apple Magic keyboard and just set it there. And again, by looking at it, it goes, oh, you got a keyboard. So you're going to use that. A tactile keyboard instead of floating in space or whatever. But again, I think in that context, you're talking to whatever, it makes sense, but not every context. Again, I wouldn't be wearing the Apple Vision Pro if I was on a date with somebody. Well, actually, maybe I would.
I mean, they can see your eyes.
But yeah, it's like, what? I'm here. But you know, and just in the same context, I wouldn't be talking to AI with my voice or whatever. You bringing up seeing the eyes though did remind me. Apple put out a 10-minute clip this week.
Once
the pre-orders went up of like a walkthrough on how to just use it in general. Like,
okay,
here's what this does. Can they see your eyes? Well, it is your eyes, but it's actually a 3D model of your eyes that the Vision Pro makes. It's not a camera on your eyes, but it's doing what your eyes are doing. So if you're looking at something, they can see you doing that. And she says that, and the guy, and it's a guy talking to, it's a girl and a guy talking, and the girl is the one telling the guy all the things about it. And she goes, "So I could see your eyes right now," and he goes, "Oh, you could see my eyes right now." And I thought that was, and then they move on, and I was like, that was a more low key gag. That was a funny gag that Apple did. The guy's looking at this girl, and he goes, "Oh, you could see my eyes right now," and I was like, I didn't expect them to get that gag in there. That was funny. Anyway,
you do that scene from Ma where like that guy walks up and he just goes. Looks at her chest and then looks at her like really blatantly.
I wouldn't do that.
That was a weird.
I don't remember. Actually, don't remember that part.
It was a weird moment. He like walks up and he just like, and then he looks at her. I'm like, that's aggressive as hell.
Guys, we've moved on. We're doing Ma discussion.
Ma review.
By the way, once again, everybody, we're gonna take calls on Discord.
Yeah.
In a minute, so get ready. I don't know. Are we in the proper thing to drag them into the thing?
Oh yeah. It's
okay. Okay. So I'm not seeing people call in right now. You better get ready because if this stream's over, I look over there and I don't see anyone, this thing's cooked. Anyway, but it doesn't have to be about tech. You could talk about whatever. We don't care. It doesn't matter. We've moved on. The Adobe. We're not talking about Adobe. Fuck that. If you're tuning in to talk Adobe, you're on the wrong channel, basically.
Sorry, I have to check my text real quick.
Oh, me too. Ooh, not looking good. I'm getting a lot of bad texts. Ooh, not good.
Okay.
Yikes. Bad stuff. Some people did ask about Sean, an update on Sean.
Yeah. If you want to give him an update.
I did talk about it a little last night, but he is hurt with two broken ribs. He is in pain, but he's healing up. He was still texting about coming into the studio. Yeah, I'll come in, and it'll be all good. I'll check it out, And then he called us midway through Friday, like, yeah, my doctor's saying I should stay down right now. I'm like,
100%.
yeah, you have two broken ribs, dude.
Yeah.
But that's how committed he was to, like, he still wanted to. He knew MLK week video, the stream went all week, and he still wanted to come in. He wasn't going to do Legos. Legos are, sorry to tell everyone this, Legos are off the table.
I'll build that shit, but I feel like he wants to build it. He'll probably do it whenever he feels better.
Yeah, I will say, there's some years I think he would be down.
Yeah, no, this year.
The DeLorean, though.
Yeah, no, he's building that.
That's personal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's always been a BTTF nut. But anyway, yeah, so he really regrets. There are a lot of things we were planning to do that got kind of derailed, and which is fine. I would rather him heal than do another sorry, guys, but that's how it works. But I just know he really wanted to be here, but we're not going to let him be here because he needs to heal. Damn it. So he's resting up, but I think he's doing good.
That footage is gnarly. It's on the archive channel right now.
Yeah. So I hate to say this, but if you want to see a man break a rib,
yeah,
you can watch it.
It's wild.
It's up on our archive channel now. His Lego stream part 2. The second, someone links to it in the comments. There's a timestamp, but if you click that, you'll see a guy break a rib. He already did one, and that's what was hurting him, and it happened again. And they think it was. I hope I'm not speaking for him. I don't think he'll mind me talking about this, but it was. I think he's had this condition so long with the coughing and all that stuff that it really inflamed his muscles when he's coughing, when he's whatever, that it just got tighter and tighter until it.
Yeah, I mean, also he
you can only take so much.
Turned in a weird direction.
You can, but it's not. This isn't any kind of statement on like him having a weakness there or anything like that. It can happen to anybody. Because I mentioned before, but I got into a ride vehicle weird when I was in Florida, and that fucking took a rib out on me. Like that completely popped it out of my fucking rib cage just as a weird maneuver. I didn't like, oh, I got tackled or oh, I took something in. It was just a weird maneuver, and it does that. So you never know.
Apparently, it's like I hear it's really easy to fracture ribs.
Yes, it's easier than you think. If you do something weird, it's simple. I talked about this a little bit on our stream last night. I was playing like a man who erased his name last night.
Yeah,
I did talk about it a little, and I saw it there, and I'm seeing it now. There's a lot of Marilyn Manson talk in the chat.
Oh shit!
I want to say that had nothing to do with this. It really didn't. That's not part of this narrative at all, and I just want to address that now. So thank you.
I cannot see who's calling on Discord because the camera's in the way. It's cracking up.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it or no?
Yeah. If you move it over slightly more to fill that space, then I'm good.
Like there?
No, like closer to, like where it covers up the mid. No.
Oh.
So that, the other way to the right. Yeah. I can see that fine.
Oh, I was saying I can't see it because the camera.
Oh.
But it's fine.
I thought you were just asking me. Yeah. Anyway.
Now what?
No, that's all. What were we talking about before the Sean thing? Just AI voice stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There's multiple companies putting out AI like pins that you could just go, dude, here, this and this and this. Okay, and it does it for you. But I just feel like I have Siri on my phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need
like,
that.
If I need to use it, I'll use it.
For some reason, man who erased his ribs is cracking me up.
Erased his ribs. Oh man, that's good. I could take a call.
Yeah, we can take a call.
There.
Sorry, I'm gonna move this here for a second.
Yeah. Sang
through
Andre 3000. Sang 3.
always fuck this up. There we go.
There we go. Sang.
Can you hear us? I didn't test this beforehand. Okay. Never mind. I'll try it again. Sang.
Hello?
Sang.
Sang with Sigabog. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Chat, can you hear the Discord call? I did not check any of this.
Yeah.
Testing.
Sounds good. All right, we're
Okay,
good.
they're good. Sang, did you have... Now, we were talking technology, but you can actually talk about anything. You just take any question at all.
Sure. Well, first of all, I got to say I'm a huge fan. I didn't actually realize I'd be able to get in here, so thank you for accepting me.
Yeah.
But a huge fan. Been following your stuff forever. Your stuff has got me through a lot of hard times with a lot of good laughter, so I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
The one thing, it just randomly occurred to me today while talking to a friend, but the one thing that I had to ask you guys is, have you ever done either a con or like any sort of event at and there's a conspiracy theory attached to this, but have you done anything at a Great Wolf Lodge? I have to ask.
At what?
A Great Wolf Lodge. I'm not sure if they have them where you guys are, but
Oh, I know what you're
it's
talking about. Yeah. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to adjust
Sure.
one thing real quick and then give you an answer.
Sure.
I think it's this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you say something else, like talk for a second just so we can test it?
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is that better to everybody, or is that too
Fine.
quiet?
Test 1, 2, 3.
Sorry,
1, 2, 3.
we didn't test any of this. We just went into it. Perfect. People are saying perfect. Good.
Cool.
Now you guys even. What does this have to do with that? Okay. Everything's good. Okay. All right. So let me get out of that. Okay. Sorry about that. Great Wolf Lodge. Are you saying there's a conspiracy about it?
Well, yeah. The conspiracy is it's just something that I've noticed, especially on the East Coast.
Yeah.
The number of Great Wolf Lodges. Like when I was a kid, there was one of them, and it was in the middle of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm from New Jersey, so we would all drive out to the middle of Pennsylvania, and that was
Shouts
like
out.
your once every 5-year vacation.
Mhm.
Now there's like a Great Wolf Lodge like every 25 miles down
Yeah.
I-95 on the East Coast. So that's kind of the conspiracy. But I was just wondering because I feel like you guys could do some funny shenanigans at a Great Wolf Lodge. I'm not sure how that's relevant, but
I actually thought you were asking me about if I was there because you had a conspiracy about like us being there. That's what it sounded like.
no.
I thought like, did I get caught, or something? Doing bad shit
No.
at Wolf Lodge? No, I've never been. I have family that went out to. There's one right near Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah, and I had family that went on a big trip to there, and I kept thinking like, is that weird? Like doing a big family trip in Disneyland is like 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
It's right down. It's right down from it, and I'm just like, as a kid, I would be like, can we go over there? But but it's a whole different experience. So maybe people are into that, different.
Is it like a resort?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of a somewhat of a nightmare if you're like an adult and like value not getting sick. But it's a indoor theme park, water park with like a hotel built into it, so you don't even need to go outside. Like you don't even need to see the sky for like 3 or 4 days inside this. And it's you were talking about like microtransaction hell with the wristwatch and everything. It's essentially that. Although they have this pretty dope like ARG game. It's called MagiQuest, and it's like you can buy a wand at this desk, and the wand it has like a little computer in it, and you can walk around, and it talks to you, and you have to go on essentially a treasure hunt all around the hotel. And whoever hooked that up actually did a pretty good job because it's pretty fun even for an adult. But it might be a fun thing if you guys are ever near one to goof around there, because there's a lot of like funny shenanigans that can be had even as an adult.
Interesting. I didn't know they had something like that.
It's funny the chat's talking about the mattress firm conspiracy that we talked about in Mega Strange, and there's like people realize that there's mattress firms like super close to each other
Yeah.
in like a small radius.
Oh, I didn't
and,
know about
and
that.
people think that maybe it's like some weird like conspiracy theory, like
Yeah.
why are there mattress firms? Because no one's ever in the stores.
Well, that's what I was going to say is
million of them.
anytime I've walked by one, there's been no one there. There's a video. I don't know if I ever uploaded it. Oh, man. I don't know if I did because there's sometimes that I catch funny things in public and I upload it. You know?
I know you're going to.
And then there's times where I do it and I go, damn, that would be like bad for that person. I'm not going to upload that. And one of them was there was a guy who was seriously it was an employee at Mattress Firm. No one in the store, dead every time. I've never seen customers in them. And then I walked by one. I think it was after we got out of like Dave's Hot Chicken or something.
Yeah.
And he was like laying like he's at a sleepover, like on his stomach with his legs up on his phone.
Yeah.
Where we could even see like what he was looking at on his phone. He's just like looking at fucking anime shit or whatever. And I think I was filming a personal channel video and walked by it and just went, "Hey, how you doing?" And then he looked up like he was not happy. And then I cut the video. I ended it on that. And then I thought he looked really bad. And I think I didn't upload that or something like that.
A similar conspiracy to the Mattress Firm thing. I haven't heard about that. I'll have to check it out. One of the funniest, like most candid things that a friend of mine ever told to me was, he said, I always see DHL trucks everywhere, like DHL, the delivery service, but I've never seen a DHL employee. And after I heard him say that, I couldn't stop but notice. I've literally never ever seen somebody work for DHL, but I see the trucks everywhere. That's another good one.
I've started shipping all my anime Japanese figures from DHL. So I have to put a pin in that. I have seen their employees.
It's god tier DHL, and nobody knows about it, but like UPS, FedEx, it's like, yeah, if you're shipping stuff internationally, it'll get there. It might get, tagged by customs, but DHL, it's like two business days from Europe to North America.
I get stuff from Japan in like a day or two. Yeah, it's really
crazy. Weird. Yeah, I want to buy stock in them. I don't know how long you guys are going to keep me, but I did message you guys a link to a MagiQuest, a little MagiQuest episode. I'm not sure if you guys can even put videos up, but there's one really weird kind of like ethereal MagiQuest experience that it's called the knothole fungus, and you have to wave your wand at this little mushroom on the wall, and it makes like the weirdest. It's bizarre. It's like
that sounds unsavory. Well,
yeah,
We'll look into that later. Thank you for sharing some conspiracy theories.
Thank you. This is a great call,
and we appreciate it. Thank you. And it was a little bit of technology in there. We're going to use tech to solve these mysteries. But thank you for your call, Sang. We appreciate hearing from you. Thanks for calling in.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Take care.
I always love those conspiracy theories because it's clearly just like started by someone who has schizophrenia. Like it's just like it.
Sometimes, I mean, some of them
are real.
Flippin'
Oh,
fish.
hello. Hey, is my mic all right?
Yep.
Mic sounds nice. Cool. Check one.
Nice. Yep.
Okay. You could talk technology if you want, but if you don't want to, you could literally ask anything.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, like, once again, like, fan for years. Like, I think the first video I ever saw you guys, my brother showed me. It was the aggressive caroling video.
Oh, thanks. Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool. And then the second one was the one with Miyamoto. I was like 7 years old when I saw that. I'm 24 now, and I'm still watching Mega 6. Yeah, facts. But it's just like you guys really like shape my humor. Like,
wow.
Yeah, like even like the editing style, like the skits and everything. Like,
oh, thank you.
Really love it. Yeah, and in 2020, I got my hands on the 10th anniversary box set, like the last few copies that you guys had on the store, and it was
we
really
did one
nice.
last run. We had to assemble those. That was when the pandemic first started, and we were like, oh, we should have a physical media sale because people are just stuck at home wanting to watch stuff. That's it. So we were out of the Blu-ray box set with version 1, 2, and 3 in it. We were out of that completely. But the factory a long time ago had sent us a ton of loose discs and covers and, like the box slip cover. I don't know why they did that. They weren't assembled. It was just like extras that the factory spit out or something like that. So we were like, yo, look, let's put these together and we'll sell one last batch of them. Like let's manufacture them back together, and we have the one last batch because that factory had long since shut down and all that stuff. So it was like, look, if you want to see them this way, this is your last chance to do it. And so that was it. That was the last time we ever sold that box set, and you were part of it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad I got it because like for years I would see like clips of like the versions, but like there's like no context or anything with it. So it's like, wow, I could finally watch like the secret show, I guess, and like yeah, and I just want to say like the last episode of version 3, Delaware, like that was fucking awesome. Like that felt like really cinematic, and it just like the payoffs were just it was awesome. Like it
Thank
really
you so
was really
much.
good.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah. And it's also really cool because like you guys like for version 1, you guys were like what, like 19, 18 years old?
Version 1. Yeah, something like that. Give or take.
Yeah, so it's just because in 2020 I was 20 years old, so like I was like, wow, like I'm like your guys' age when you guys did that stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember in the version 4, behind the scenes on the Blu-ray, Derek mentions how he was 24 when you guys did version 3, and like, wow, I'm also 24 now. So, oh, it's just cool to like see like where you guys like started and all that.
Yeah. It's especially if you check out this new box set, man, it's like, where has the time gone? It's pretty crazy.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, well, thank you for all your kind words.
Yeah, and I just want to congratulate you guys on buying Smosh. Yeah, that's a really like huge milestone, honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, we were kind of just looking at how to, just kind of grow and other places to reach out. I saw Ian at Creator Clash. I said, what's going on with the Smosh thing? He's like, we're kind of just up in the air. We don't know what to do. I brought cash to Creator Clash because I thought it originally was Creator Cash and I misread it. But so I had a lot of cash on me. I opened the suitcase. I said, "This is everything I got. Give me the Smosh," and he said, "You got it."
Yeah, I can't wait for the next food battle.
A lot of people don't even know this. I wrote Food Battle 2023. That was kind of my deal. A lot of jokes with the pink donut. I kind of did those. Johnny wanted to put all these weird kind of sausage jokes in it. I said, nope, cut. Oh. Those not one is made it in because I just felt like you don't really felt like you didn't. No, I'm really no offense. I'm just I didn't feel like you really understood.
I didn't.
But I did, and I wrote it.
That's great.
Thank you. Did you have a question?
You should say. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess it's more of like a technical question. Was for the newest box set, was like the remastering process any different from like the 10th one? Like, did you really have to like do much?
It was hard because I don't know. They both bring they kind of all bring their own challenges. But when we did the 10th anniversary box set, that I think was harder because we'd never done a Blu-ray before, and we had to assemble every bonus feature from every past DVD, thinking we would never need to use those again. So that was a little harder. This time, all of that was assembled. I kept all that, and so all of it is still like all the files that we had for back then. I still have a lot of them. I went back to the source and kind of just colored them a little better, maybe a little less murky, cleaned it up, exported a little higher quality, things like that. It's still a lot of work, but it was easier, I think, than the 10th anniversary box set when we had no idea what we were doing. We had no idea what we were doing, and then to print it was so expensive too. So we didn't have any idea. Not only have we never done Blu-ray, but we're doing a box set with multiple dual layer discs, 50 gig plus discs. It was like getting thrown into the deep end first, and to print them was so expensive. I mean, it was more money than any of us could picture. And it was just like, hope this sells well.
I remember you talking about like years ago how like for Blu-ray you have to send the files to them and then they have to like convert it into like a very specific file or something. Yeah, that's wild.
Still, you have to do that. Yeah, still. And it's funny, I have to put it into a file structure that the replicators can print. I use this application that is Mac based, and our new printer is really cool. That we've been working with them a little bit now, and they're awesome. But I told their tech guy that I use that Mac program, and he's like, "What? Mac and Blu-ray don't mix." And I was like, "They've been mixing because this is all I do." And he's like, "I never would have known you use a Mac." Wow, and that's not by choice. That's just I don't know. That's the program that I have does that. You actually need to load. I do everything on a PC for the Blu-ray, and then the last step is all done Mac based. And I thought I was nailing it, but they were telling me I was doing it against the odds. So, but anyway,
yeah, I mean that's just all I had to say. Yeah.
For somebody asked earlier, was it hard to what were they saying? Was it hard to open? Oh, did version 4 get messed up over time because we were working on it so long that Premiere got updated?
Yeah.
Over the years. No. At a certain point, Adobe made it. If you open older projects now, they pretty much all work.
Yeah.
And what's funny is for this box set, I've been opening up project files for version 3 episodes, some version 2 episodes. To export them a lot better, cleaner, whatever. And the projects work. There weren't a lot of special effects. That's where you start to get hinky a little bit, is if you have some effect that we disabled that effect. And it's like, or it's not linking to an After Effects thing. But we didn't do a lot of things like that in version 1 and 2 and but I don't have every old project file for version 1. But some of them I do. Like the last episode, I was in there tweaking stuff, and and they open fine. I remember having Adobe Premiere Pro 4.0, I think, to take it back to Adobe, and that was one that for something went weird, and if you opened old projects, it was out of fucking sync completely. But now they're not. Now it doesn't do that. They have improved a lot of. Premiere has a lot, or Adobe in general has a lot of issues. But there's a lot of things they've done well over the years too. So, I'm opening old projects and they're mostly fine because I keep everything. So I don't know. That's all I have to say about that.
In like a post Freddie Wong world, I feel like there was a point where everyone on YouTube just had like so much After Effects. So it's kind of cool that you guys like were like, nah.
Yeah, keep it in camera.
All in Adobe, all in Premiere, actually.
If we can. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for your call. Thank you very much for all the nice words and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course. Once again, congrats on buying Smosh. Food Battle 2023 was fan-fucking-tastic.
Thank you. We're going to do all that a lot better, I think. I don't even think they needed to bring,
all right.
Who's Ian, the other, not Ian.
Oh, Anthony.
I didn't even really think they needed to get him back because they had me. You saw the picture.
Get Anthony Fantano in there instead.
Yeah, Anthony Fantano or Anthony Weiner. That would have been kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool.
Carlos Danger.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
See you.
All right. Yep, you too.
Someone in the chat said this hoodie looks like the Enter the Void poster, and I can't unsee it.
That's why I liked it. It does look like that kind of thing. Okay. There was one person I was actually excited to take their call, and now they're not. But I don't want to call them out because
you don't make people feel
then
bad.
It's going to be a weird call. I feel like it's going to affect the call. But someone in the I don't know how much I should say here because I want to see if I can get an unfiltered take from them. But I think if I say what I want to say, we're not going to get the unfiltered take.
Yeah, that's true. chat roasted me, Sam, just sitting here thinking, but like, it's hard for me. Like when people start praising you guys, I don't want to. I'm like,
why don't you join in?
Because I had nothing
like,
to do with those
Rocco,
things.
you guys are so talented.
Yeah, if they
I
were
just feel like that would have been nice.
If they were like the fight scene in version 4.1 was really cool, I'd be like, hell yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got a good selection.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people.
Okay, nice selection here. Let's talk to this person. It's getting a little harder to.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
You know what? I got to get rid of this shit. There we go. That helped so much.
Do that.
Good Lord. Some stupid ass window pushing everything down. All right. Corona.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Meg, I asked the question.
You bet.
Rocco, are you excited for Yakuza Infinite Wealth?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yes.
I've been trying to beat the man who erased his name beforehand, so that Friday I'm ready to go. Oh, and let me tell you, Friday hits, Johnny. Don't call me. Don't text me.
Call you.
What do you want to title the episode? That's not relevant anymore. What should we call the podcast? Actually, the podcast. Fuck that. I'm not even gonna be there. Actually, I think we're supposed to have a guest that night.
Oh,
that Sunday.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
It will be cool. Because whoever can sit in this spot. Because I won't be here. I'll be playing Infinite.
Are you actually not gonna
Infinite. What? Well, I'm gonna be gaming.
Oh, okay.
So
Hell
what?
yes.
Gaming. Garugamesh.
People went, she girl. We'll see. All right. Anyway, but yeah. So if that answers your question, yes. Most anticipated. Maybe my most. I'm gonna go bold. Maybe my most anticipated media period right now. Movie, game, anything is Infinite Wealth. That last Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, whatever, is one of my favorite just things ever. I just fucking love it.
I haven't. This is gonna sound weird. I only checked out Infinite Wealth because I heard it was like a JRPG.
Awesome.
Sorry, not to interrupt you. Can I? I'm gonna interrupt for 1 second. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
The chat has an auto mod that holds like potentially horrible comments, and every now and then it gets it really wrong, and it says. Can I say that? I could say that.
Yeah.
It's saying it's holding a comment for this reason: race, ethnicity, or religion. And the comment is from Walter Pickles. Special guest Jessica Negri.
Yeah, I didn't like her last name.
Oh, that's technology for you.
I think AI might need a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, no, it will not be her.
That was a pseudo question. I didn't even think I'd get in here, but if I could ask as a little bit more of a fan question, and just in like the JRPG realm, have you guys ever thought about doing like a Final Fantasy VII like retelling the way that you did the Dragon Ball arcs?
That could be fun.
That could be cool. Maybe.
Just a crazy little idea.
It would be so long though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, dude. We've
yeah.
abbreviated 100 episodes of shit. If we could abbreviate,
true.
Johnny, if we could abbreviate the Frieza saga into 5 minutes, we could do FF7 twice.
True. Yeah.
And also everybody is always looking out for those like tiny versions of long stories. So that's also, it's good. It's good clickbait, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were smart, we'd have that out.
We would have had that ready.
Right when Final Fantasy VII Remake 2, wherever the fuck
Blew
it's
that
called.
one.
You could bust out Rebirth in 1 month. You get it in time for that.
There you go.
Yeah, we could, but
no.
We just did the Saiyan saga. I feel like we're kind of like wanting to work on other stuff a little bit,
Yeah, no.
But that would be cool. I still like doing those videos, and something like that would be awesome. I still think I still think Resident Evil is a great candidate too. Imagine if you did all of Resident Evil in 5 minutes. Like you just boom, 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 boom through the main canon, you know?
On a podcast, recently Sean made a joke and said Jurassic Park in 5 minutes, and that hasn't left my head. Like I was like, that would be fucking rad.
Yeah. Some Random Ortiz said at FF7, there's always a "wanna see me" quote, and he said, I think in that one it'll be "wanna see me summon meteor." That's good. That's good. Wanna see me summon meteor? What would it be in Resident Evil? Want to see me use the T virus? You'd have to wait until Wesker transforms at the end of like 5 or whatever. Yeah. He's like, want to see me use the progenitor virus? Or whatever he's got. I don't know. Making it sound real funny. Yeah.
It's like right when Jill plays like Moonlight Sonata. You want to see me play piano?
Want to see me play piano? You know which one I'm most proud of now in retrospect? Is the one that flies under the radar is the end of Ava video. People are like, oh, this video didn't have it. And it just right low key has Mariel as Ray going, want to see a world without you?
Oh.
And you don't think about it because it's kind of in a serious moment. It's not like at the camera, want to see me, whatever. It's not that. But it's like under the radar, want to see a world without you? And you don't even think about it. That I'm proud of that one. And then in the Saiyan Saga video, we went the opposite. We hammed it up. It was like, are we really going to use that line again? Yeah. When's he going to do it? Well, he becomes an ape. Want to see me turn into an ape? Just right into the camera.
If you do Jurassic Park, you have Hammond show up, be like, want to see a dinosaur?
Yeah. Want to see a dinosaur? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Oh, spend no expense. Want to see a real dinosaur? Oh, man. That's great. Dr. Butthugger is quote. None of the stock videos have me in them. That was a last minute line I added with Sean when I was like, say these sad lines over all the stock footage I use, and I was like, why don't you just record yourself saying, "Wow, it's true. I'm not in any of the stock footage at all." I was really proud of that. That wasn't in the script. That was a last minute. I think
he kind of does it in the new video too, where he's like, a little bit from the grass, a little bit from the turtle.
None of that was stock footage. They just went and shot 80 clips. Then I was like, just mention what you're looking at. Like, I love stuff like that. Anyway, we could kiss our own butts about our own videos all day, but I'm not going to, at some point I have to stop. But was that your question? That was about that?
Yeah. No, sorry, I'm not saying anything. I was locking up a little. But
no, that's fine. That's total. You're good. You inspired a conversation. So I think it was.
I'm just politely smiling and listening.
Oh,
that's. I mean, I
appreciate that.
I appreciate that very much. I like to have a smile. Want to see how I got these scars? Guess the movie. I like that. Guatemalan. Thank you very much for that. Matrix in 5 minutes. This is gonna sound lame. I think the Matrix in 5 minutes would be awesome. I would love to do that. But I also do think these videos are so much work for everybody that I would want to pick something that wasn't just some niche thing that I'm into. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it should be something that like we could all kind of celebrate. I don't know. I feel like Matrix might not fit that bill. I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't feel the wave of stinkitude from the last Matrix movie. Like, I fucking love that movie. I loved all 4 of them. But I feel like not everyone feels that way. And they're all kind of like, yeah, I don't need to revisit the Matrix.
I think doing the first Matrix would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sweeted. But then once you get to the sequels,
I just feel like, everyone here would lose interest.
Yeah.
But,
I know there's the stereotyped opinion on the sequels, but I really I can't remember them anymore. I rewatched the first one super recently, and I was kind of surprised. Like, I just like phrase it like this, but like how kind of like archetype good it was while being very original. Like at the same time,
yeah,
like
It's a super original movie, but it is really kind of funny how the first one really does tell you how to think.
Yeah.
It's like this good, that bad. Let me, and despite it should kind of ruin it almost, but despite all that, it's like incredible. They handle it perfectly. And then the sequels just aren't interested in doing that anymore. The sequels are just like, what is good? What is bad? And then after how good the first one feels, it's kind of upsetting them. It's kind of like, so I get it, but I love them.
Well, what is the thing that people don't like about the sequels? I know that 2 and 3 are like kind of 2 parts of one movie, but I don't really know anything specifically.
I'll take
about
this
them.
one.
No, you can.
I was just gonna say, I think it's because it overcomplicates something that was like really concise.
Yes.
That's
okay.
how
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
put it.
Totally. I totally feel that way.
Yeah.
And I was down
I
to
was
go
surprised
down that
how
rabbit hole, so to speak. I
simple
was
the
in
first
for that,
movie was, yeah.
but it really does have moments. The critics on the there's commentary by critics who hated the movie, which I love that's on the DVD.
Yeah.
And they said this. I thought they said this so perfectly. They said there's a point when they walk into the office to talk to the commander about what's going to happen to Zion.
Yeah.
And he said, right here is when you get the Matrix, the TV series. He said, there are fans that I'm sure are into this, but it's not like a film anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like now you're part of the Matrix TV series. And he's like, and there'll be fans of that, but it's not really in the same thing as the first movie. And I thought that was actually a great explanation. I'm in. I love Matrix TV series, fucking injected into my veins, but I get that's not really what the first one was doing. I get that. But anyway, I'm not trying to be rude. I think this has been a great call, and I'm glad you brought it up. I do have to put somewhat of a moratorium on talking the Matrix sequels or Evangelion, because otherwise these calls will go on for 7.5 hours. But that's not your fault. That's my own. So I think we will say, I think we've succinctly said what we want to say about those. Would you say?
I'm good with everything. I didn't know you guys would throw me in here, so I'm kind of I'm in a little shock right now.
I think you did great. All things considered, that you didn't know that. I think you actually handled it very well.
I didn't even know it was stream day, and I just saw people, and I was like, I'll just go in here, wait for my food to cool down. And it was like, oh no, I'm in. Oh no.
I feel that. Hey, speaking of food cooling down, I was smart for once, and I was playing Man Who Erased His Name today, and you have to go to Osaka, and I was reminiscing about, I walked down the river, and I'm going, when I was with the other guys in Osaka a few years back, these are the steps we sat at and ate takoyaki. There was a woman selling takoyaki at a booth, and I'm like, that's the only option for dinner. I ordered from a Japanese restaurant, just little finger foods. I got takoyaki, some gyoza, whatever, and it was all pretty good, but the takoyaki was so good I almost cried on stream. It was so fucking good. I've never had something hit. It was like I was playing the game in 4D, because you're in where the place where that food was really made, and it's right there. And then I was eating it. It was like if I had had that in Apple Vision Pro, if I could play that game using that, it would have been a 5D game. We would have been playing 5D chess.
It's magic.
I'm so hungry right now. Can we call up Kevin, get him to bring us some tacos?
Dude, this is what
I'm
so
hungry.
I hate to do a public call out, and I don't like to do that. Kevin, did bring up the possibility he might stop by the studio. He might come in to stream something, whatever. That was many hours ago, and he dropped off the radar.
Yeah, he's just gone.
So
I think
what's
you need
the
to give him a
story?
call or something.
What's the story? It's 10:30 at night. What else would he be doing? Actually, if you saw the stream, Rocco cried because of a hot chick with big boobs.
What?
You don't know what I cry about. If you see tears, you don't know what's going through my head. Do not pigeonhole me.
Well, Kevin's in the chat. He said he's been on AIM all day.
He's been on AIM all day. So he's seeing this. I thought, maybe our friend's in trouble. Maybe our friend's in danger. He's got something important going on. He's just he's chatting it up.
Yeah, well, he had his fucking away message on, so we didn't know.
He had his away message on with a quote from Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah.
What his away message was, if I with my last dying breath, I'd apologize for bleeding on your shirt or whatever that was. So I assume he's busy. Turns out he's chatting it. He's probably cybering in the chat right now. ASL. I've seen it. Man, this is my blood is boiling right now. I was more saying this all out of concern, but now you know what? He's lost it. He's lost my trust for good. There's no coming back from that. He's high on MP3s. Well, I hope that would be an explanation. All right. Anyway, the takoyaki was really good.
I'm jealous.
If Kevin can't be here in 20 minutes with a pizza, then I say,
what kind of pizza?
What does he say? Where are we dropping, boys? Is he playing Fortnite?
I've never seen that man
play
contemporary.
Fortnite in my life.
If he started tonight,
yeah,
I'm gonna make sure it ends tonight.
He probably bought the battle pass. He probably has the Peter Griffin skin or whatever the fuck.
He's probably got the Indiana Jones skin going like that.
Yeah,
I can't deal with him right now. I can't.
He's doing the Orange Justice.
Kevin, make a Disneyland reservation for Monday because you're not gonna have anything else to do. The locks will be there's gonna be different locks on the door. Pizza's closed. Now I'll show you a pizza.
That's not true.
I'll get you a pizza.
Yeah.
I can get you a pizza tonight. I'll get you a pizza in 2. I can get one here in 5 minutes.
Give me pizza.
Pizza. Yeah, make one, Kevin.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny? Kevin just rolled in at the end of the stream with a homemade pizza.
I mean, Kevin.
Wood fire.
Open up your freezer.
Yeah, he got pizza. We know.
You have pizza.
Hey, Kev, I don't think you care that I say this. Why would this be private? For Christmas, he got pizzas from Buddy's Pizza in Detroit.
Ooh.
Shipped over. They were frozen.
Oh, shit. Was that his gift to me?
Oh, shit. Did I spoil this?
Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that. You weren't here. Oh, fuck. No! Did I spoil it?
Yo, that's awesome, though. I'm going to eat the fuck out of that.
Well, I was already talking
Well, Kevin,
about it.
bring it in now. Warm it up.
Bring it in now. We got a toaster oven. I'm sure it'll fit.
Yeah. I would fuck. I would fuck.
You would?
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, I would fuck that up right now.
First.
Some Buddy's Pizza. I would eat the hell out of that.
So that's all I'm saying.
So,
Kevin needs to make things right.
Yeah, he needs to
get the frozen pizza, cook it up. No, bring it here. We'll cook it here. We got a lighter or something.
Yeah.
Set it on his engine. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
By the time you drive over here, that pizza is going to be right as rain.
I would definitely eat that right now, though. I would eat it cold.
That's what I'm saying. He's probably sitting at home having a giggle. But this is reality. This is not.
Who do we have on the line still?
Coronavirus or whatever. What is your name?
Corona Vargas.
Oh, I thought you were like
I had this username like 4 years ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep it till it gets old, and I think it's starting to get old now, right?
I think if actually you're long enough, you could hang around a little longer, and it'll go around to being awesome.
Yeah,
I actually think
I'm trying to push through that. Like it's in the mid period where it's like it's oldish, but it's not like super old, so it's like not hitting yet.
I mean, if Corona beer can last, through the pandemic,
I was surprised.
Your username can do the same.
Because they started calling it COVID like more than Corona, like a little bit later.
Isn't it funny how at the beginning we all called it coronavirus?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't say Corona ever now.
Because technically it is a coronavirus, but it's not.
From what I understand,
it's got like a crown shape.
If I have this correctly, you tell me. Anybody out there knows this? I think it's the corona. These are separate things.
Yeah.
That coronavirus can give you COVID-19. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Or or it was opposite, but I think it was the coronavirus could if you caught it, you would get potentially the COVID-19.
I thought
COVID-19 is a type of coronavirus.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because it's like
I thought it was like an acronym or something, right?
Anyway, we should Fuck COVID. I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we're not going to talk about
this,
that anymore. What?
The conversation piece, I kind of brought it in accidentally.
No, it's all
fine.
good.
It's
No,
not your
this was
fault.
great. This is a great call. Thank you very much for calling in. You came in off the cuff. You handled it like a champ. I say congratulations.
Bless you. Thank you. Enjoy your week and Yakuza and etc.
Will do. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, good.
Okay.
All right, Kevin better be bringing that pizza. I'm
Kevin,
so fucking hungry.
He better be firing up the oven right now, or at least putting it on the engine like he promised. Put it on top of the battery. I don't care. That shit'll heat it up. And he better have that piping hot ready to go in, I don't know, what's reasonable, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If he's not here in the studio with a pie in his hand, he's flipping dough like Luigi. If he's not doing that I'll say within the next 20 minutes, he might as well. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah,
we won't be seeing him next week.
I mean,
that's it.
For Christmas, I got him a bunch of Taco Bell, gift cards. So you spare a little taco bucks.
Is that what you got him?
Yeah. So you could buy me a Crunch Wrap.
You could. I think no offense, but I think his pizza is a little better than Taco Bell.
Oh yeah,
so
but I'm just saying.
I think he might have shown you up on that one. He might have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Eaten your lunch on that. So I would, I think you still owe him, is what I'm saying.
I do. I think.
Get him a gift card for fucking Ruth Chris Steakhouse. At this point, that pizza's good. All right,
I'd love to go to a Ruth Chris.
Let's go now. Fuck, it's too late. Why didn't I, dude? I got out of bed at like 2:30 or 3 today. Like. That's fun on a weekend until you realize you missed everything. Because now I want to go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And it's 10:45 at night. What do we do about it? Is there one that's 24 hours?
I wish.
Oh, God. Why is there no 24-hour steakhouse?
I've only ever been to, what is it, like fucking Peter Luger's. Is that what it's called?
Peter Luger, yeah.
In Brooklyn?
Tommy Gunn.
What's open right now? Taco Bell.
I'm gonna find out what's open right now.
McDonald's.
You want pizza for real? Would you eat pizza?
I would fuck up a pizza.
Okay.
I would eat any food right now.
Okay. Oh, real quick.
All I ate was a Caesar salad.
Have you guys heard about this? You got up at 3 p.m. and couldn't go to dinner. I ordered Japanese food, but again, I just got little like hors d'oeuvres. I didn't get like a big, because the place that I ordered from, really their thing is ramen.
Okay.
I just didn't want to order ramen. I didn't want to deal with the thing. I have ordered ramen through Uber Eats before, and it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It was cool. Had a big thing to pour it all into, whatever, but I just didn't want to deal with it. What is open though? What were we talking about? Oh, what was I saying just before that? Things that are, oh. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I was talking about something like that. No thanks. Oh, it just reminded me when I opened the app. Pizza. I don't know if anybody else out there heard of this, and I don't know if Kevin knows about this. I meant to say something about it. Have you heard about Pizza Hut in California, what they're doing?
No.
I think this is the most dumb thing. I thought I was hearing it rain again. This might be the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Pizza Hut in California is going to end delivery.
They don't have stores.
They're going to end delivery? Okay, well, we can't eat in there.
Nice
what?
to know you.
Well, because of the costs in California, the costs are just too great. So we're going to end delivery. So if you want Pizza Hut, do it through one of the various delivery apps like Uber Eats. So you're going to get Pizza Hut through Uber Eats?
That's $100.
Oh, it's Pizza Hut, but now there's like 10 more fees. Are you fucking kidding me? Are these people stupid? Like, I just don't. Pizza Hut was already like dead here. I feel like you let me just say, every once in a blue moon, I enjoy getting Pizza Hut.
I like Pizza Hut's crust. I think is really good.
Once in a blue moon, it's like, oh fuck yeah, you got Pizza Hut. I don't want that often, but once in a while. Already it was a limited thing, and now you're just making it like more costly to do that. Like, what the fuck, man? Kevin's saying a ton of pizza places are doing that. It's because they don't have to hire employees. They just have these one-off delivery places do it. But I don't know. I'm way less inclined to order. I just don't. I never order pizza through an app. I just never do that. I did once when we wanted. Remember, we were insistent on that Little Caesars stuffed crust.
Oh, yeah.
The pretzel stuffed crust, and only one that was kind of far away had it, and it was like, look, we got to keep working. Like we were busy with something, and it was like, just order it through the app. And sure enough, to get a couple Little Caesars pizza, it was $52. $52 for a couple guys to get Little Caesars pizza.
Not worth it.
Not. But the day we were working, everyone was working really hard, and we all were dying for that pizza.
I'm dying for it
so
right
we
now.
did pony up. That was company money. That was not,
Oh.
you didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for it. That was company dollars. You guys at home paid for it. So really, you guys should be the most sad. But it was to feed everyone in a time where we were really working hard to get. I think it was one of the big stream events. So it was like the day before, and we were working really hard. So I thought that was worth the reward, but never again. Holy shit! For $52, what we could have had a fucking seafood fucking dinner.
Yeah, I saw on someone on Twitter posted a photo of like a Five Guys meal.
Yeah.
It was like a burger, fries, and a shake, and they're like, "How much is this?" And someone like calculated it was $55.
Wait, just for one meal?
Yeah.
Wait, was it through the app
No, it was just normal
at the store?
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
You don't believe that?
No.
Shake, fries.
No.
I think it was like a 3-patty burger.
No. Not that long ago, I ordered all of that. Exactly what you just said for 2 people. And it came to like $36. And that sucked.
Ooh.
But it hasn't gone up that much since that.
No.
But if they ordered it through, for one meal to be more than that, that would not be. They did something weird.
Sorry, I got fucking burger brain right now.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Well, if Kevin's not going to do here, let me just see. Let me just see what's going on.
Yeah, Kevin is responding to the chat, but not to our text.
Yeah, he's got a lot of chat.
So
He's got a lot of chatting to do, but not a lot of bacon to do, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, DoorDash and Uber Eats it just feels bad doing it now. For the holidays, when people didn't know what to get me, I told them to give me gift cards to DoorDash.
Hey, my aunt sometimes gets us gift cards for things all over the map. I'm never actually sure what we're gonna get, and this year she hooked it up, and we got stacks of DoorDash gift cards on Christmas, and it was like, and that came in such clutch when I was sick, because then I was on the couch, and I'm like, I've got so much DoorDash credit, I can get whatever I want. So I was getting fucking lobsters delivered to the door. I was getting fucking filet mignon, make them scoop it in my mouth. It was great. I was a king. I remember a friend of ours, I won't name them, friend of ours a long time ago. And this was like literally maybe 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
When early Mega 64, and we were at their apartment, and he came, we saw everyone. It was kind of like after Christmas, just hanging out after, on Christmas break. It was like, oh, what'd you get for Christmas? Oh, I got the GameCube game and this and this. What'd you get? Oh, I got this. And then when he came in, I was like, well, what'd you get? This person? And they were like McDonald's gift cards. And I'm like, oh, from who? Everybody. Everybody? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Everybody in my family got me McDonald's gift cards. They all kind of went in on that and got me McDonald's gift cards. I'm like, oh, you really like McDonald's? And he went, not at all. What? And no one said anything else. We were all just like, why did this happen? He was so sad. I remember we all had like new GameCube games or new whatever, and he had a stack of McDonald's gift cards. But what was kind of dope is that I just, kept hitting him up for like, yo, I'll take one. I mean, I'm about to go get double cheeseburgers for everybody. I'll but I felt bad. Anyway, there was one year for Christmas. I don't know if this ever happened to you, Johnny. There was one year for Christmas. Did you ever have a holiday? Were you doing? Let's cut through the red tape here. Did you do Christmas? Did you do Hanukkah? What was your primary function?
As a kid, it was 100% Hanukkah, and my dad's side, they would celebrate Christmas kind of because
hybrid.
My grandma on my dad's side is converted.
Mm-hmm.
but she was like, "You're not taking Christmas. There was a war on Christmas." But I kind of wouldn't get presents. It would just be like they had a tree up. But then my mom remarried and had another kid, and now they celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah. And my dad's side of the family also celebrates Christmas even more now. So I feel like I'm not even celebrating Hanukkah anymore. Like, it's just only Christmas.
What's going on?
And it's fucking weird to me because I don't have any attachment with Christmas. But now it's like I have family members who are Jewish being like, well, you have to, like, are you gonna be here for Christmas or for Christmas Eve, or are you gonna be? I'm like, who the fuck cares?
Well, I was gonna say,
I think Christmas has just become such a fucking national thing.
It's just easy.
Yeah, it's
to
just
do that.
Yeah, and it's like you just chill, you give presents. I don't know, but I do. Just like, I'm not a religious person in the slightest, but I do think it's fun to light Hanukkah candles, so I do that. When it's Hanukkah.
Well, all I was gonna say was there was one Christmas where right before Christmas I said I liked. I got one Lego set as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these are fun. I like Legos. And that was the last Lego set I ever, by the end of it, I was like, never mind, fuck these. But everyone in my family thought like, oh, he's getting into Legos. So there was one Christmas where everyone got me Legos.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Christmas 93 or something like that. Every single person got me Legos. I was so sad because I was just like, oh, I liked them for like a minute, but I don't want to put all this shit together. I never ever liked doing that as a kid. I did later on in life, did a couple Mega Man models. Like you could put,
I love those Mega
Rockman models, whatever. I liked that, but that's about it. Other than that, I was like, I don't want to put things together.
A kid I went to school with, I remember it was impossible to find the 0 one for those Mega Man models. And a friend in school, he got one. And he brought it in, and I was like, can I borrow this? Like, I just wanted to play with it. And he was like, yeah, sure. Dude, those things would just fall apart. Like, unless you glued them, they just fucking crumble. I lost the hair, Zero's hair. It just fell off and was gone. And I don't think that dude ever forgave me. I think I haven't seen him since, but he was not pleased with me for a long time.
That's rough. So I'm sorry that happened to you. Okay, real quick, we're gonna take another call.
Okay.
First of all, he said that first, which I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Then he did that. Do you want to do that, or I can?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I'm so hungry.
So that would be potentially pivoting from this to
okay.
something else.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do it until. Okay, sorry everyone for being vague. Give me 1 second. Say something entertaining.
Okay.
Be entertaining.
Someone in the chat before said had a quote of they were doing the in 5 minutes bit, and they had the Merovingian, and they said, want to see me make a cake? And I was like, why wouldn't you want to see me make someone nut? Like, I think that's funnier. Because he doesn't make the cake, it's like given to him, like it's served to him, but he makes them nut. So that's the funnier bit. Johnny Hockey, the Devils got fucking creamed today, and I'm not happy about it. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Fire Lindy Ruff or whatever the fuck their coach's name is. Acting like I know what I'm talking about. Shouts out though. Jack Hughes get better, but Mercer's sick.
Want to see me make this girl nut? That's great.
Yeah,
Dr. Butthugger, that's so good. That's so good. That's really funny. It was around there that I felt like in not to keep talking about Matrix movies, but in the second one, that was where I felt like the audience was pretty into it, and that was around when I felt like the audience was like when he was describing causality and the orgasm cake came in as an example. I felt like the audience was going, I don't think they know where they're going.
No. Nut gang. Someone's asked me where Okada's going. AEW, baby, all day. Anyway, sorry.
No,
you got Matrix in. I got a little wrestling in.
Okay. I'm going to take another call.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're just going to take calls until.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Ponder. Join our Discord, everybody. We got the link in there. I'm going to join the call here. We're talking to Pomodoro.
They're on mobile. What's up, Denny's?
Come on, Rocco, you got no pomodoro, so some nice Italian tomato. Come on. What's going on here?
I don't like the tone.
I don't like that
fair.
tone.
That's fair.
Fingers on the button.
Nah, come on, it's like 2 a.m. here. All right, I want to ask you guys. I know Rocco's heavy into figgies. I'm heavy into figgies. Johnny, I'm not sure your level of figgy involvement. I want to ask what you think of all the third-party figgy companies that are absolutely killing it.
Figgy. I thought you said ciggies. I was like, yo, we smoking ciggies right now? That's hell yeah.
Oh,
That would be a great. We should have done that as an MLK
smoking
stream.
darts.
We should have done one where it's just us smoking cigarettes in
Yeah,
silence.
yeah.
That's what we should do instead of food one year. We're just all like smoking cigarettes. Anyway,
that'd be fire.
the third party. Are you talking about like bootleg, like the kind of not licensed figures?
The not licensed. There's been some few that came up recently. There's like the RE2 Leon that came out. There's the Last of Us Joel Ellie, Super Saiyan 5 Goku. Absolutely back in it.
Yeah. I don't like them personally. When they're not licensed, I don't like them because they have no code to uphold. Like, you know, if they're using those licenses, they need to be like good figures. They need to be like quality, whatever. Not saying that's impossible, but I just feel like there's no one holding them to that. So people get stuff that's just like, oh, the hand was weird. Oh, this was weird. I don't know. I'm not a fan personally.
That's fair.
With a shirt, I'll do a bootleg.
Yeah.
You know, if it's like, if the artwork is cool, that's all you need to know. But a figure, there's too many variables. I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
Too many moving parts. What's been your latest pickups?
My latest pickups. You know what I just got charged for today and they're not here yet? Pop-up Parade, the two dudes from RRR.
Ooh.
They did two Japanese figures. Good Smile did. And those are on the way, but I haven't got them yet. But they charged me today, just this morning.
Oof. I thought you got a big shipment coming in, big haul.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh,
it's gonna be those. It's gonna be. Let's see what else I got coming in. I got a lot. It's gonna be good.
I keep buying figs of all the ladies from like the Dark Souls games.
Oh,
I can't stop buying them. I got the Maiden in Black. I'm trying to get.
That'll do it.
I don't remember who else, but
that'll do it.
Did you get the new figure arts Obi-Wan Kenobi Vader?
Did I?
Yeah.
It's literally in the other room right now. Yeah.
Oh,
I've got so many Darth Vaders, and every time they come up, I go, nah, I don't need it. And they're smart because they always had one detail that the other one didn't have. And this one has the cracked helmet, you know, from the last episode. And I'm just like, well, you got me. That's that. I've been Vader cucked since forever, so they got me. My favorite one, Johnny, I don't know if you ever saw this, but they did SH Figure Arts Darth Vader Return of the Jedi edition. That's the version that people most remember.
Yeah.
You know, they've done them from other movies, but they all look the same. But then they did SH Figure Arts Darth Vader from A New Hope, and they just made the helmet a little shitty. Like, you know, because
it has the fingerprints on it.
Yeah, and it's not symmetrical. Like it's kind of cut a little weird because they didn't know what they were doing at the time, and it looked just slightly bad. And he has something with a chain. Like he has a kind of a goofier cape situation. And yeah, if you look really close, they're red eyes.
Yeah.
In the old helmet, and yeah, I was like, you got me again. So I thought that was cool. I also thought that was a great touch in Rogue One. They did that to him.
Yeah,
when you saw him, he at one point he turns in the sun because he's looking out onto something. You never saw him in the sun in A New Hope, but they did in Rogue One, and he turned around and they were red eyes, and I was like, nice touch. That was a great touch.
How did you feel about the end of Rogue One with Vader showing up there?
What's that?
Did you feel like that was necessary at the end
of
Rogue One?
I didn't like that last scene. I mean, in a vacuum, I did. Like, if I could watch that on YouTube by itself, I'd be like, this is fucking sick. It was really cool in a vacuum, but I didn't like it being like the last big thing of that movie. That just seemed like fanboy shit to me. But I like the movie regardless. I enjoy that movie.
Well, that's been most of the Disney stuff, right? Because in a vacuum, some of the scenes have been like,
some
of the best Star Wars stuff. But once you put it all together, it's like, oof.
Some of it, some of it, some of it I think is great. Some of it I think is cringy.
Yeah, of course.
That's just, I mean, that's Star Wars in a nutshell. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for your call. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Long time listener.
Thank you. Good night.
Peace out. Every night I've gone home, I imported a copy of the movie Possession.
Yeah.
And it's like one of my favorite movies. And I
didn't know. Wait, Possession. What movie is that? What year?
I think it's 80s. I don't know if you ever.
Is that ringing a bell?
It has Sam Neill in it. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's a fucking wild movie.
I never saw it, but yeah, I think I'm aware.
But I bought a 4K. People debate about this transfer if it's good or bad.
Okay.
But this Australian company put out a 4K box set.
Oh, okay.
But
I bet I know what company that is.
Oh yeah.
Can't think of it, but
I think it's Umbrella.
Something like that. Yeah.
But I bought you didn't have to buy the box set. You could just buy the disc and I bought that. And it's been sitting on my shelf, and every day I look at it, I'm like, I want to rewatch Possession. And then I don't do it. I have like a stack of movies. I'm like, I'm gonna watch all these.
Yeah.
And it's Possession. I never watched Heat. I bought that. Highlander. I mean, I fucking love Highlander. I don't need to rewatch Highlander, but they're just sitting there. So chat, if you want to tweet at me randomly, yo, watch Possession.
I have the Highlander 4K Blu-ray sitting in my house, but I haven't watched it.
Oh, please watch it.
I know you were talking about on tour. I brought that up, and you were like, yeah.
I don't know. I hope it will hit for you, but it was such a weird, goofy movie that like it like fucked me up. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, why did I never watch this?
Yeah.
And then we could watch the Quickening. We could watch all the sequels.
Oh,
all the horrible sequels.
Take a call. This is from Really Bad Brian. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Really Bad Brian.
Oh my God. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yo, it's Brian from Vancouver.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, what's up?
It's Brian from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Holy
big fan.
I didn't know that's who this was.
Yeah, we're in you're in a high place right now.
I can't believe I just opened the gates.
Yeah.
For Brian, the Brian has been released.
Really, really bad Brian.
Really, really bad Brian.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a good like Greg, but it's a bad Brian instead.
No,
anyway,
it's a really bad Brian. Yeah.
Yeah. What brings you here? Did you have a question, comment?
Yeah, I was told this is like an Adobe stream.
We were talking about our favorite Adobe products and moments, but we have moved on from that. But we can also revisit it again. If you have something about Adobe, by all means, we could discuss it.
Well, my Twitch name is Brian, aka DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And in high school, I considered myself a DJ. I was not a DJ. I would just take like an acapella from a song, and then I just put it over an instrumental, and it's like, oh, I'm a DJ.
I mean, I don't think you were wrong. I think that a lot of DJs are doing that. A lot of DJs walk up on stage and hit play on their phone.
Yeah.
So I think you're still in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just stuck with this name, and I don't like it anymore. That's why I'm Really Bad Brian on Discord.
Well, we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah. But when I met you guys at that record shop.
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
When I met you guys at that record shop in Vancouver?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, that's right.
I didn't look at your like Instagram, like I wasn't stalking you guys, but I seen you posted like your picture of outside the Nardwuar's place.
Yeah.
Neptune
I think we took our picture at the exact same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I took mine, and it's really funny. I entered the store. I had my Mega 64 sweater on.
Yeah.
And so some guy held the door open for me. It was like, oh, hey, nice sweater. It's like, oh, thank you. And it's like, great. No one ever told me I had a nice sweater before. It was Sean.
Oh, that's so funny. Man. It's great we ran into each other there. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
If only Nardwar had been there too, we would have completed the trifecta.
I was getting really upset at 1. Sean kept being like, "Who the fuck is Nardwar?" And I kept being like, "You have a phone.
Yeah.
Google it." 2, I kept saying like I would lose my mind if we met Nardwar, and Derek would be like, "Nah." I'm like, "Why can't I be excited?"
Me and you were like that. It was like, "Yo, all right, everyone else leave. We'll meet Nardwar. You haven't leveled up."
The internet would have like popped the fuck off. They'd be like, "You met fucking Nardwar?" Like, he's a fucking like. He's a legend. I always say you're not famous until you get interviewed by Nardwar.
I never freak out around people, but if I saw him, I would have been like, "Nardwar, who are you? You're Nardwar. Okay, I have a gift for you." And I would have just lost my mind.
Yeah.
But it was a good day regardless. It was great to see you there.
Yeah.
I'm glad we met you. Thank you again for coming out. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're the one who gave the Canucks hat to Sean?
Yeah.
Well, he loves that.
The jersey he loves that.
Oh, he hasn't stopped talking about that. So thank you again so much.
No worries. Didn't the guy also say like you guys could have gone into Nardwar's basement, but then he didn't find out till after?
Oh. I know other people who got to go check that out after we left, and I was like, "What?" But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Got to see where the Nardwar is made.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you very much, and I hope we can come out there at some point. I'm gonna say it, Johnny. I might be saying something risky here. I may be saying something controversial. I miss touring a little bit.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like having the breaks. I think we did. I think we did it long enough, and then we have a break, and then we do after Christmas break. I could have done it. I could have gone back out there. I really enjoyed it, and I would love to come back to Vancouver and actually stick around a little bit longer.
Same.
And wait there until Nardwar showed up. He's coming back at some point.
Oh yeah,
I'm right here.
Yeah, set up camp.
Anyway, all right. Thank you for your call, Brian. And I think I think you're really good, Brian. I said it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll change my name.
That's my take.
New year, new me.
Well, have a good one. Take care. Bye. That was great. Okay.
Twitching tongues, sleep mo. I can't read any of these.
Yeah, who's this? Twitching
Twitching tongues. What?
Twitching Jarvie. Harpo Jarvie.
Oh. Yeah, Twitching Jarvie.
Twitching Jarvie. Okay.
Hey there.
Did you have a comment or a question or maybe a parable to share? Anything?
I can make one quick tech comment, I think.
Okay.
Mostly with how advanced cars and touchscreen technology today, it feels very dangerous to try and switch an album while driving a car.
Yeah.
Just because that's one thing more used to muscle memory from buttons to skip the next track and
got us while going. That one. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not a fan of that one.
Did you have a question or something you were wondering about? Maybe just something you kind of.
Yeah. I figure I could ask any pieces of lost media you guys have always wanted to find.
That's a great question. Pieces of lost media you wanted to find. I can share one that's on a personal level, and I'll share one maybe that's at a media TV or whatever. But I'll say on my end, specifically what popped into mind is I know we have a behind the scenes angle of the guy in our Punch Out skit. Where the ending of that video, a guy just stares into the camera and doesn't stop staring, and we're zooming in and just getting closer and closer, and he just keeps staring and staring. And Sean shot behind the scenes on it where he's whipping between the guy with the sax and me, the guy with the sax and me, again, and it was some of the funniest behind the scenes footage ever. And we lost it. Within a week, it was, guys, where's that footage? I don't know. And I'm pretty convinced someone taped over it.
Yeah.
And either they didn't know or didn't want to say. It could have even been me that I did it and just didn't think about it. or something, but I should have captured it right away. That was back when you had to capture footage off a tape. You didn't just have a file. You had to record over, you would record on a tape, So we never saw that footage again. We were watching it at the studio and laughing till we were crying and never found it again. It might be on a tape that I have in my archives, but we couldn't find it.
I have a video that I loved on YouTube that is gone.
Oh,
there
really?
was a kid on YouTube. I don't know the name of his channel, but he had 2 videos that were like, they would make me like cry laughing. One of the videos was he was doing a report on 9/11.
Oh yeah,
and he's just like, and this is Osama Laden, and then like a photo of Osama bin Laden shows up. And he's like, all right guys, tell me what you think about 9/11. I think it's really sad. So leave a comment if you. And I wish it's gone. But then he had another video where I guess he had some app on whatever device that would like put his mouth over photos, and it was just a photo of like this old lady who was dressed like a clown, and it was just his mouth over it, and he would just be. It was just like a 3-second video where he's like, "I'm just an old lady. Please don't hurt me. I just want to kiss you. I'm just an old lady. Please don't kill me." And that was it. And I used to always like play that at like parties and stuff. It's just gone. It's fucking scrubbed.
Oh man.
The fucking Osama Laden one. I need that one.
Yeah.
This is Osama Laden. Sorry.
No, that's great.
gone.
I would say lost media on my end. It's not a YouTube video. Actually, no, a YouTube video. Straight up. Want to see me turn into a Super Saiyan? We don't have that video. The video that we were quoting, that we loved. We found a video. We used to always just look up like green screen test or Super Saiyan test, where it's people doing animation of them going Super Saiyan. It was always funny looking. And there was one where a guy really poorly did the effect, and right before he did it, went, "Want to see me turn into a Super Saiyan?" And it was like an animated GIF of him going, and it was so funny. Garrett ripped the audio, and that's all we have left.
That's crazy.
That's all we have left. That video is gone. I gotta believe that there might be a copy of it in my archive somewhere that I ripped for like a panel intro.
Yeah.
I bet I have it somewhere, but I do not know where.
There was a video I thought I almost lost. The people who uploaded it made it not private anymore, and I was so happy. I think it used to be called How to Smoke Out of a Tobacco Pipe, but I think they've since turned it into How to Smoke Marijuana. And it's 2 dudes in Florida. They say they're from Florida, in a park, smoking weed out of a elephant like pipe.
Yeah,
and
okay. Have you shown me this?
Yeah. And they hit it and they start like, I'll try to do a dance. If I can be framed up, they'll hit it and they'll start going like. They just do that.
And they break their phone.
And they break their phone. But that one you can find. That's on the internet still.
Somebody said, aren't the original Fuck NASA videos gone?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think so, because I don't want to get into it, but I think maybe the person behind those had some... there might be some reasons their things were deleted. I don't know. Not sure, but I think there was some drama behind that. I'll tell you privately.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to...
I'm trying to think of more videos that are gone, because I used to have like a collection of like really fucking strange videos, and I think they're all gone. Like they all got scrubbed from the internet.
A lot of my YouTube favorites are video missing, video private, whatever.
The biggest one for me is the one video from this dude is still around, and I don't like this video, and it makes me sad. It's like Brony goes to McDonald's or whatever.
What the fuck?
It's a dude in McDonald's, and he's like trying to get a certain pony toy, and he keeps getting the wrong one, and he like goes up to the counter, and is like, excuse me, I want rarity, and the people are like, I don't know what you're saying to me. That video upsets me. That dude's channel was amazing. He had like, after that video hit, he got a bunch of subscribers, and he's like, thank you for subscribing, and he made like 100K subscriber videos. I loved him, but he's fucking gone, dude. He scrubbed that shit because I think he realized that everyone was making fun of him. I don't know. But shouts out to that dude. Don't make fun of him for wanting Weody. Sorry.
All right. Well, what do you think? Twitching Jarby? That answer your question? Like, what do you think?
Oh, it answered it pretty well, and I can definitely relate with Johnny. Like, I have somewhere on a flash drive somewhere, I have like a collection of YouTube videos. Like, I purposely download, like, this is going to get removed very quickly at some point.
I need to do that more. I never do it.
There's right now a couple channels that I know of that I every day I see them in my subscriptions or whatever, and I'm like, I need to rip those videos.
Yeah.
Because no one else is doing it. I know that. There's some channels, if they went down, you could find stuff, but there's some. You know what always is another one that I'm surprised nothing has ever turned up from? This is going to sound like, Rocco, why the fuck are you talking about this? Mm-hmm. Ray William Johnson had a vlog channel called Breaking NYC. And we used to make fun of it, like the format and the whatever. There's videos on my personal channel where we were like goofing about it. Truthfully, like, they didn't make him look good. That was not. I will say Ray William Johnson looks like, I'm being real, he looks like he's had growth. There's some people who were big on YouTube that were fucking annoying douchebags, and they never got better, and then they faded off and went away because no one wanted to deal with it anymore. There's some people, though, that did grow. And I would say at one point he was annoying, or whatever. It seems like he's grown. He's doing Instagram stuff.
Yeah,
maybe that's not your favorite thing to watch, but it seems like he seems all right. The guy seems all right.
I will give him so much props because he had that music channel, Your Favorite Martian.
Yeah.
And everyone fucking memed on that shit. Yeah. And it became such a thing for people to make fun of it nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think he realized, and he brought it back. He was like, fuck it. Here's more. And I think that's...
Well, I know for a while he actually couldn't because Maker Studios... he did a complete full album, and then Maker Studios kept it. They wouldn't let him release it or something like that. So there were years that he couldn't do anything, but now he could. Yeah, and he was just like, yeah, fuck it. But he kind of makes jokes about it too, like, oh, whatever. I don't know. I think he's grown. There's some YouTubers that have shown growth, and I always want to call it out when I see it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so but there were some really wacky ass videos on that Breaking NYC channel. That is like old YouTube to me, is watching those vlogs and just being like, I feel like he was kind of one of the first YouTubers that could just go somewhere in a limo for fun. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is pre Mr. Beast. There wasn't a rich. You never thought, it's like, are YouTubers rich? Like, if he's that big, is he rich? You didn't know.
No.
And then it's like, he's in a video, we're going to go bowling. Let's go in a limo. And it was like, what? Wait, why? How can he do that? What? But there was a lot of peak early 2000s edgy humor that I think in it that I even think was old by then, where it would just be like, what if you could fuck a dead body? All right. Anyway, and it's like, okay, it's not funny. But so that's probably why that was wiped.
There's a ton of I will die on the hill of die on the Spoonie hill, but there's so much Blip TV shit that's just gone.
Yeah, Blip TV. Yep.
Yeah, Spoonie had a bunch of wrestling reviews, and it bums me out that those are gone because I didn't know anything about wrestling when those were coming out.
Yeah.
And I would love to revisit that.
Yeah.
Chat, if anyone has those, send them to me.
When it comes to old jokes, and maybe people aren't going to, you know what? I might get some flack on this comment. I might get some whatever. We need to really put moratorium on shit pre 2010 or 2012.
Yeah.
Everyone made jokes that aged like shit during that time. And we keep acting like it's gotten better.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a moment where people were going, look at the joke this guy made in 2011. What the and he was fired. I feel like it has softened a little bit, but you're still, even just the other day I saw that, look what this YouTuber, everyone likes him. Well, look at his first video in 2010. I think we need to collectively go, hey, if it's clearly just a joke, it's forget it. I just don't. It's such a waste of time to me to dwell on that.
I think you're seeing right now a nostalgia for early 2000s edginess.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's why you're seeing the rise of people like Shane Gillis and stuff. I feel like people.
Yeah,
there's
a little bit of edge,
yeah.
but I think there's also they wanted to like, what am I trying to say? You can acknowledge it's stupid too.
Yeah.
But there's an acceptable amount of it maybe now that there wasn't even a few years ago. Maybe. Would you say? Or
yeah,
what
I
do you
think so. But yeah, I mean, I think that in a couple of years it's not gonna be okay again. Like I feel like it's cyclical.
Well, I also think that humor it comes from all humor kind of bounces off of what we have a safety blanket on.
Yeah.
You know, in the late 90s, you had South Park making these you know, kind of anti-Semitic jokes because I really think at the time it felt like, well, why the fuck would anyone be like this?
Yeah.
That doesn't exist. No one's like that anymore. Well, guess what? You know, a few years later, it's like, oh, that didn't go away, did it?
That's always a funny.
And then you know, then it's like not fun to make those jokes anymore because that's real now, you know. And it's not, to me, it's not about like don't offend people. It's more about like, yo, read the fucking room, kind of. You know, there's a difference. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
Where was the fucking text that you guys were gonna stream?
You got it. We sent one. I was talking about some heavy shit too, Kevin. So
we were just talking about anti-Semitism, Kevin, and you interrupted.
Yeah. If you want.
Well, do you want to finish your point first?
Yeah, finish your point. I didn't want to interrupt.
Kevin can't.
Anti-Semitism sucks.
You interrupted him at the worst possible time. You're about to find out why. Go ahead.
All I want to say was when South Park was doing a lot of that stuff, it was really hard to be Jewish.
You know what I mean?
People just regurgitate that stuff to me, and like, probably my favorite part about being on y'all's platform is like I say that, and then I get messages from people like, oh, because I thought that was like insular thing just for me. Like I thought that only really happened to me, and then people say like, no, that happened to me as well. Like it was hard. It was just like a lot of like people saying those jokes and stuff.
But isn't that funny? Like, but at that time we didn't have the internet and things like that where you could hear those voices.
Yeah.
So it was just assumed. Well, that's dumb. Why would anyone believe that sincerely? But it's like, cool, you're hearing that all day, every fucking day. I mean, there are people with like the Apu thing in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Was like, cool, I had to hear that impression fucking 24 hours a day. You know, so I don't know. To me, it's just I don't know. I've always read the room on what's tired and what's not.
Yeah.
That to me is not about like is it offensive or not. It's more just about like it's kind of not funny if half the people are going, oh fuck. You know, like I don't know. To me, that's like common sense to me. But that anyway. So that's what you interrupted, Kevin.
Yeah. Well,
yes, you had something.
I agree.
Else
That sucks.
Yeah. Rachel's in the chat talking about same with being a ginger.
Yeah.
And notice she's in the chat and not here. You didn't bring her. Interesting. another voice silenced. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, yeah. There we go. Now we got the nice wide shot. We got Fubo on. Is that really? There's a service called Fubo? What the fuck is Fubo?
Weird, like 3 or 4 letter services.
No more services. That's it.
No Tubi, no Fubo, no
more Fubo,
no Quibi, no none.
Yeah,
none of this.
remember Quibi?
Hey, LA, it doesn't work. Stop. With
LA
these
keeps trying.
Yeah, you keep trying. It's never gonna work.
Do you know what was the most insane thing about Quibi? Do you know it was supposed to actually be Quibi?
Okay, quick bite.
Because that's what it was. It was supposed to be a quick bite. Quibi.
It doesn't look like Quibi.
And it just went Quibi. Holy shit, that fucking terrible network.
Yep.
But Quibi hit, like, it's really funny because, like, essentially TikTok is now that, but, like, they were onto it. I think they were about to.
But you know, I kind of feel like, Johnny, that they were filming series. They were doing full series.
That's true.
And I think they were doing that right at the time that actually people were going, oh, where the internet was going, oh, long form stuff on YouTube. Like, oh, this thing's an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would say they hit at a bad time. If it was in the TikTok format, maybe, but it's not. I don't know. Quick buy. Quibi. The one thing I was going to say about Quibi is I did know a lot of people in LA that were like, yo, pitch your show to Quibi, get a show on Quibi, do whatever you can to get on Quibi. And I remember going like, why? Why would you want to do that? And this was smart. I know a couple people that did this in the industry. I'm not going to name them, but there were a couple people that said that were like, no, get funded because this thing is for sure going down. They're throwing out big budgets, and they're not going to deliver on them. So I can right now. I'll tell you off camera when we're done.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple people I know that got picked up on Quibi, got hundreds of thousands of dollars. Never it's over, and that was it. And they got that money.
Look at
and they used it to make other stuff.
Mixer, like
what's that?
Ninja on Mixer.
Yeah,
got like a ton and ton.
Wasn't
of
it
money,
like?
And it was like 3 days later, it was gone. And it's like, okay, well, he gets the money.
And that was it. And he's back on Twitch.
Rocks.
Yeah.
What? How much was it, guys? Do you know? Does anyone know? I know. I keep wanting to say 90 million, but that was not it. It was that because that's what Joe Rogan got.
Yeah.
I think he got like 9 million or something, or 20 million.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
To do to leave a week later and just pocket the money.
And I bet you his people were saying that. It's like, look, you're going to be around, like,
yeah, who cares?
On there for a minute, and then it's over, and you made millions.
I think we're still on call with this guy.
Oh yeah, hey,
Or person, sorry.
twitching
I don't know the
Jarbo or whatever. I'm
Assume
sorry.
gender.
You there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
What's
Actually,
your
I'm
take on the
surprised I
Ninja
haven't
deal?
Should he do it?
Oh, definitely. Like, take $20 million and then have a company go to crap a week later.
Yeah.
Or
you know, would you would have taken it?
oh, definitely, and then just I guess disappear in the mountains because
Yeah, that's what
you don't want people finding you.
I want that there will be
Wrong lost
blood money.
Oil money?
You know, where you could just be by yourself in a mansion fucking eating dinner in the middle of a bowling lane. That's what I'm looking for.
It turned out great for him.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. By the way,
Happy.
hi, hello. By the way, I just came over. I disagree with you. Okay. I'm finished.
Didn't have to deal with that stupid kid anymore. He's happy.
Adios.
And he
Oh,
gets the
bastard in a
bowl.
basket. You're gone. Was that supposed to be a sad ending? I laughed.
Yeah, right?
Personally, I smiled at the ending. Speaking of, I'm finished. I will say, playing that Yakuza game today. Maybe erase his name. You can meet real hostesses in the club, and they're real women. Like, it's actually footage of a real woman talking to you,
like the live streaming from the last one.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
the last
yeah.
one, but the other
6 or
one.
whatever
6,
it was. Yeah. And you could do that. And if you get to know them well enough, you get 3 hearts. They basically, you go on a real date with them, and then it becomes just a gravure video where it's literally like, why don't you come back to my place and work out? And then it's literally the girl in like skimpy workout clothes, like, oh, I'm lifting these weights. Oh, I'm doing that. And then when the video's over, if you've once the video's over, then you've completed anything you could do with that girl. You've done.
Yeah.
So it's her going, oh, how about this? How about we're done with our workout. Why don't we take a shower together? It goes to white, and literally for the end of level screen says finished. And everyone, it
Done.
was just perfect. It just said finished. I don't know why that was make it that the chat popped during that one, and so did I, frankly. Anyway, thank you thank you, twitching Jarvie for your call. Jarvie, thank you for your call.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
You too. All right. So we should probably get to what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
If that's okay. Let's do one last call to like kind of send it off.
Yeah, let's send it off. I can't end the stream here, so should I go upstairs?
When after this,
Okay,
it'll be good.
Yeah.
Vernimer.
Oh wait, the other person. Oh,
What?
Oh,
What happened?
No, you're good.
What was it?
The other person was still in the live call.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, they were. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I forgot.
No, you're fine.
Vast Herman.
Oh, it's Van the Man.
What?
It's okay. It's Van the Man. Can you hear me?
Van the Man. That's
Got it.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
we can hear you.
cool. That's fucking cool.
Nice. Well, just want to start it off like everyone else did. I've been a big fan for a few years, and
Cool.
really appreciative of being on here again. Because the last time I was on here, I was on like a crappy laptop and my video froze. But now I don't have a webcam.
None of that
So-
here. You sound like a homeless man with a golden voice right now. Well,
thank you.
Thank you very much for your call. We are going to end on your call. So do you have like either a kind of let's get either like a banger question or like a poignant thought. One or the other. Let's send this fucker out. Sorry.
All right. No worries. Actually, I've been having a question and it's kind of meant for, I guess, your kind of age demographic. So I'm like, for reference, I'm a Zoomer. And so like everything I've tried to like, I guess consume, like I've tried to get more into movies and video games, has been based on stuff like websites like Letterboxd or like Backlogged and like checking out all like the top 250 or top stuff. And I've been wondering, are there any like pieces of media that might not be like as popular or critically acclaimed to that level that like people like me should definitely still check out? Because I guess, for example, I've been trying to watch shows like the Haruhi Suzumiya series, Slayers, like just shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Something obscure?
Yeah.
They might not have.
That's like essential viewing though.
It's not that obscure to some people, but it is to others. Serial Experiments Lane.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, late 90s anime. And I feel like that's the most Tumblr core thing before Tumblr was even a thing. Should watch it.
Yeah. That's a good one. I got that from like my local library. They had like a copy of it, and I watched it. And it was really good.
Oh, there you go. Well, they already saw it.
I'm gonna go film bro on you.
Okay.
8.5. Fuck it. Watch that. Change your life.
Shit, yeah. I will put that on my watch list.
I just watched over the break when I was sick because I wanted to feel like I was falling further into a dream tunnel. Stalker.
Ooh.
Oh,
Russian movie Stalker.
Really?
That movie redefined slow, but it was like it was real thought provoking, and
I like that. I like a good slow movie.
I felt like it's one of those movies where you feel like, is the movie doing this or is my body doing this? You know, or it's just like keeps going with a certain shot.
Yeah.
Or like it was cool. It was cool.
Nice, yeah. Also, Repo Man. That's just a fun movie.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
I haven't seen
cover
either
for
of
that.
those.
Also, CD Repo Man,
Yeah,
Aquabat song.
Aquabats.
You don't always hear it. You know.
Oh yeah, Aquabats. That actually reminds me. I think like whenever I was a kid, my first exposure to your work, I guess before I was like aware of y'all on YouTube, was probably through the Aquabat show on like, because didn't you guys do like things for that or like some like
commercials?
Whatever.
Sorry, someone in the chat just referenced the movie PCU. I fucking love that movie. I didn't know anyone else in the world knew about that movie.
Really?
That movie is like an underrated gem. It's not good, but I fucking love it. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's funny.
I popped.
I like the person talking about the Rocco's Evangelion on Netflix video, cinematography being inspired by Love and Pop. Yeah, Ono did a live action movie about these girls. Yeah, and it's all like camera in the fridge, camera in the microwave, camera whatever. And I did do that for that video, so good eye on that. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, we did commercials for the Aquabat Super Show. We did the toy commercials stuff.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate it because those were always super fun to watch with my dad.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to end the stream. Give us a thought to end on. Like, give us like something we're all going to like think about.
Well, I think, y'all just need to, no matter what situation y'all are in, I've kind of been thinking about shit because like I'm a junior. I mean, to bring it back to tech, I'm an electrical engineering student.
Okay.
And like, shit's been fucking tough as a junior, like also doing a CS minor, taking like I think the 19 hours or shit, and it's not fun, but you just gotta keep doing it. Like I was inspired because I watched the Gurren Lagann movie recently when that was re-released.
Yeah.
Do the impossible, man. Just keep on doing it. No matter
There
what,
it
you're
is.
always gonna get there.
Hey, you nailed it. Because some people I say that, and I'll be like, say something point, and they just go, and they'll be like,
No, you had a great one.
You had that locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's actually inspirational. It wasn't a gag. It wasn't, Bryce, you suck. Like an inside joke. It was like some real shit. So thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much.
You nailed it, Van. Van was the man.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Van.
so much.
Thank you, Van.
No problem.
The future is
Have a
bright.
good
If
night.
that's a Zoomer,
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
I got to say something about Zoomers, but I don't want them to hear it, so I'm gonna hang
Okay.
up. Thank you very much. I saw a video today. Have you seen this thing where they're talking about Zoomers? People think Zoomers are aging rapidly. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's so dumb.
I was cracking up because there's it's like people on a podcast talking about it. Like Zoomers are aging quicker than other generations do. Like they are looking good at a certain age, but like Zoomers are aging really rapidly, or they look whatever. And then a guy made a video. It was like, I can back this up. I'm a Zoomer. People keep asking. I'm walking around with my mom. They ask, "How's your daughter?" I don't know what's going on. I waited for an autograph from The Rock, and he said, and I said, I waited forever, but it's worth it. And he said, yeah, it's tough for us old guys, isn't it? And he patted me on the back. He said, tough for us old guys. That's what happened. And anyway, it was a funny video.
Yeah.
The Rock commented on the video. He's like, LMAO, yeah, we're getting old, or something like that. He didn't even apologize. He just was like, yeah, whatever. It was genuinely pretty funny. So
that's cool.
I don't know if that's true about Zoomers, but that video was funny.
Yeah.
And he didn't look old.
Should I end this?
Yeah, let's end it. All right, everybody. Should I say?
Well, let's say we're gonna come back.
Well, we are. Yeah, I mean, MLK week is not done, so stay tuned. There's more where that came from. There will be more. Enjoy. Thanks, Kevin, for showing up.
Yeah,
I didn't see a pizza in your hands. That's kind of.
I left it at home. I'm sorry.
Left it at home. You know where I think you left it?
I wouldn't do that to my boy Johnny.